It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My yegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining me. I know that many of us have been following the new development in Nigeria election, okay? So the government magic, the abracadabra, the manipulation, the rigging, and making you feel like what you're just saying is not what it is like. It's taking place. It's happening now. People will say, that's what we're going to shed light on tonight. There's still no clear results where this is headed. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. And to my new friends on Mayegun's Diary Political on YouTube. I'm talking about the surge of new subscribers that we call the new members into the Temple of Truth. You are very much welcome. Okay, I hope you find your congregation or congregating with us here. You'll find it more enlightening, and then mind you know what I mean, like mind blowing.
Lórí Facebook, and yes, like Lórí YouTube,
INEC in Nigeria has confirmed the victory of Tinubu. I'm going to use mostly tonight, I'm going to use their real names, okay? Just for the sake of our new members in the temple of truth. Okay. And before I get into that, okay, let me tell you, you see all the names that we call here are just our own way of trying to describe individuals that we are talking about and the roles they are playing in whatever Nigeria is currently passing through. There's so much going on. So, but I'll tell you a few before we get fully into this. So, Kolu, I've heard or I've seen people ask questions about what is the meaning of Kolu. Right, Kolu. When we say Kolu, we are talking about Tinubu. Now, Kolu means that a sick man. You know all those sickly chicken. When your chicken is, I don't know, some of you are like a chicken farmers. When your chicken begin to develop some Koli and Kolu or Yirun, you know that stuff. Like they'll be like that. I'm gonna kill this chicken before it dies. So somebody named him that Kolu, and somehow it's stuck. And we have been and he has so many names. Okay, if you hear names like Tifnumbu, Jaga Banditi, Jaga Addicti, Ashiwaju Awagbiru, you know what I mean? Some will say Jaga Pupu, Jaga Pampas, or Jaga PP. There's so many names people actually use on this platform. So don't, if you are somebody who is easily triggered, all right, you are going to feel much offended, okay? And I'm going to advise you that maybe after this whole noise about elections in Nigeria, you would have to excuse yourself. But I would love you to stay, seriously. But if you have any personal attachment to them, you are never going to find us interesting. Trust me. It's just going to be like, what is he talking about? Why is he just like, it's like it's just being foregone. You know what I mean? No, we are not. So we use them to describe these people, and then they work well. So if you hear names like Garbage Shehu, that is Buhari's media advisor. That is Garba Shehu. So if you heard something like Femi Okonu Adesina, you can remove the Okonu and just put Femi Adesina. You know who Femi Okonu Adesina is, right? So if you hear names like For Food Kayode, right? That's FFK. You know who that is. If you hear names like Bokwari, a breeding money coin, Lifeless Bokwari, we are talking about Buhari. And if you hear names like Pastor Ruga, Oshunbade Pastor Ruga, special, what do you call it? Agbori Babaoja, things like the special advisor to Bokwari on burial arrangements, condolences visits, and then a trader money or market money. So we are talking about Pastor Ruga. We're talking about Oshibajo. There are many like that. If you hear names like Isaleko Barack Obama, yeah, that's Fashola. We are talking about Fashola. You can say Ajangbadi, Albert Einstein. That is also Fashola. If you hear names like Aregbe Mububaba Kabiru, of course, you know we are talking about Aregbe Shola. There are names. But if you hear names like Buhari Danes, Buhari Didernes, Buhari Denotus, Buhari Dijatus, Buhari Shukus, Ungus Yaris, Uneka Harris, you know, if you hear names like that, those are the Nigerian-based Buhari idiot, like, you know, the BMC, the Buhari, APC, Vuvuzelas. Okay? But in that category as well, right, we also have the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the on-boot slaves. Now, you see, the obedient fools are the ones that whatever the establishment does, they are cool with it. They obey. They will tell you, I mean, I love Nigeria. Oh, I do this and that. Not that they really mean it, okay? But they are doing so just to reassure themselves that they are loyal to a system that they can really describe, okay? We call them the obedient fools. You obedient haven't really come to be when that name came to be on Mayegun's diary political, obedient fools. Today, some of you obedient take offense in that. I'm sorry. The name was actually for the APC, because those are the ones that, you know what I mean? Then we have the on-boot slaves. Now, the on-boot slaves, right, are those who have accepted their fate. Now, you trying, some of you trying to challenge the status quo is like reaching. You are reaching. What is wrong with all of you? Why do you like trouble? Why do you like problem? If things are not working well in the country, then let us pray. Let's pray to God to fix it. Why is everybody trying to? I mean, well, this person is this, you know, but at least Let us just pray for them. Those are the humbled slaves. They are old. We have old and young. Do you get that now? Then what other name? They have the Abrodian uncles and aunties that we call the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. In the last 7.5 years, for many of you who have endured the BMC, Buhari Media Center on social media, you will realize that there are those ones who are like abroad base, the Mumumadus, right? Those are the ones that have left Nigeria for about 40-50 years ago. You know, when Nigeria was still at 12 states, Bende State, Gongola State, that kind of they've left. Those were the ones that, their poor parents were able, in that Nigeria then, they were able to put resources together and send them abroad. Communities, villages in different parts of Nigeria will put their resources together. They will send somebody abroad to go and study, to become something, either to become a lawyer or become a doctor or become a specialist in something, so that you can come back to that community, to the country. Most of these guys left. Many of them ended up in jail, ended up in terrible marriages. And today they are old, but they are abroad. So when Bokwari came, social media was trending. Majority of you young people that actually catches on the social media, all those uncles that were usually posting prayer and they will tell you to forward it, share this, and a blessing will happen to you this week. All those old men abroad. We call them the Mumumadus. Buhari came as a punisher. They were seeing many of you young people achieving things that they dreamt of achieving when they were your age. So to them, if you are living better, of course, if Buhari says you are a criminal, if they say you are a Yahoo boy, then you are a Yahoo boy. Look at all of you. You think it's easy? All of you are opening your mouth anyhow. You think you can talk? You don't have respect? You don't do this and that. They are abroad. They will never go back to Nigeria. You know why? Because some of them have failed in life, failed in marriage, failed in everything, right? They are now liabilities in the countries they live. UK, America, Canada, everywhere. If they leave those countries, they will die within a year. You know why? Because they rely so much on the social amenities in these countries for their old age. But Buhari serves, they knew Buhari when he was young as well, when he was a young soldier, right? They were now deceiving the Buharidins, the Buharididins back in Nigeria. So we have names for them like that. We have those ones we call the Mumu lecturers. Those are the ones who left Nigeria, but Nigeria didn't leave them. Those are the ones that you will actually hear them talk, and you'll be like, maybe they talk, say this one is American. Nigerian, America, Maybe they talk, say this one is British. Didn't they say this person is a doctor? How come is the bigotry in him is so terrible that you are beginning to question his intelligence, his exposure? No. They left Nigeria. Nigeria didn't leave them. We also have those ones we call the Bele lecturers. They are also abroad. Those ones, they are the smart ones. Those are the ones that will tell you what you need to hear. Normally, you look up to them. They are abroad anyway. They are fine. So, what would they be looking for? They must love Nigeria so much for them to be advising you to endure, because Rome was not built in a day. They are playing on your own psychological intelligence. I know them. So we call them the Bele lecturers because majority of them are controlled by their bellies. They are also mostly failed people as well abroad. But abroad covers all of us. You know what I mean? I can sit down here without £10 in my bank account. You won't know, right? And I can still live life in a way that makes it look like, he's actually happy. Do you get that? But there are many of us abroad that are looking for opportunities, appointments, political this and that, contract here and there. And what they do is that they lie to you. They make them your friends. Then they begin to drop this political conversation here and there. And you, the mumus in Nigeria, you begin to, thank you so much, my sister. At least there's somebody living abroad telling us everything. That's somebody who asks, but you know what? They are positioning themselves. Majority of them ended up being people who get paid for here to organize a support meeting, welcome party for the thieving Nigerian politicians from all tribes. Others they are waiting for a call up. As you are doing this, your election right now, majority of them are consultants for different political parties right now. They are telling you beautiful, beautiful things about how Nigeria is going to be. It's a lie. They are coming back to take their own share. When they get what they want, they will return back to where they come from. And guess what? Because that's what Nigeria is to them. So I call them Bele lecturers. So they don't like me, and I don't like them. So if you hear all these names and you just join Mayegun's Diary Political, and some of them sounds offensive to you, you are either going to have to get used to it, or you would have to get out of here. Okay, respectfully, by the way. I want you to stay. All right. Many, many things that are happening right now in the elections of Nigeria for months now. I have spent more than 90% of my time explaining to people on this platform why you can't trust a system whose process is faulty. There's nothing wrong in challenging it. But let's put it this way. Social media these days, right, has given us enough power to, to get whatever we want, find whatever you want, any information that you want. And, it's such a powerful tool that before you wait for the on the hour or on the clock news, those hourly news for updates, social media can take you straight to an event that is happening right there in the remotest part of the world. Trust me, this tool has found its way into the hands of the young people in Nigeria. Right? And the establishment, which you all know, right, never took that lightly. So, freedom of information, freedom access to information, to be able to question what you have been told, lies and other things you have been told, became a national threat that they didn't announce. So somehow, a lot of you, which I actually have to, over time I've told you, I always wish you the best. I wish you the good luck. I wish you the success in whatever challenges you want to put up. I will still come to that comment section yet. Okay, don't worry. Let anybody who is being unruly, let them continue to be unruly. Okay, and you shouldn't be distracted. By the way, right? Pay attention. Oh. Yesterday on this program, when the election was going on and we were reporting all of the clashes, the violence, the attacks here and there, some of my callers who have been regulars on Mayegun's Diary Political came on here that without denying, right, that the effort as well as the movement of the Obidients has actually shaken the establishment for the second time in 3 years to its foundation. And right now, even if they have to rig, they will just have to, they will end up triggering something even bigger than election, which then in a way is now pointing to what many people on this platform have been told many times, right? I am happy that a lot of you are coming to that reality that the participating in the election at first, knowing the faulty system and the faulty process that will produce all the candidates, as well as the process of the election, whatever they tell you, whatever INEC was telling you, I did tell you here, I said, do you actually believe that INEC is going to give you free and fair election? A lot of you were like, even if this is not going to be free and fair, the numbers of those that are against the system are enough that even if they rig you so much, it will still be difficult for them to declare themselves winner. Right now, yesterday, right? A lot of us saw what happened. And just like I wanted to say, right? Months back, I said, usually, whenever they are going for elections in Nigeria, it is not election. It is like war. So you have to build a room and you call it, to the public, right? You call it a situation room, okay? Situation report. But to you, right there in that room, it is called war room. Now, in the war room, they will put Nigeria map. For those of you who are participating in the political process for the first time, there's a record number of you who are participating in this electoral process for the first time in your life. Do you get that now? But I'm telling you something now. The way they normally do is that they will put Nigeria map. They will put it on the board. Now on that board, right? You know, Nigeria map includes all the states, which also are sort of define the what do you call it? The regions. Now, when they do that, right, they will start looking for what are their chances on that chart, on that map. So for APC, Egbekegbe, what is it that will make them to lose the election? They have 22 governors ruling 22 states. They have the largest, the highest numbers of House of Representative members. I think they have about 200 or so out of 360 House of Representative members. They out of 109 or so senators, they are controlling the majority there. So to them, that is the starting point. So they will put all of those on those map where they come from. Now they will now build fictitious figures around them, right? And these figures will be their projection for the election. And PDP as well, they will do the same thing, okay? So what we now start is going to be the horse trading between them. That's when you'll be hearing PDP, they come to APC in Kano. APC, they come to PDP in Niger 2 days to election. So it will be horse trading. So everything was fine. And that's why they were laughing at many of you, obedient for months, that you will learn a lesson. Okay? Because at the end of the day, they will tell you to go to court. But that same court is controlled by the same establishment. If you won't go to court, if you go to the street after the elections, their soldiers are not there to prevent vote rigging. They are there to stop all of you because it's a strategy that has been put in place already. I am not trying to discourage you. Listen, there is still no clear winner. But I am only revisiting what we have already highlighted before now. Some of them, many of you are panicking right now. Yeah? Oh, they are rigging also. They have started rigging also. They have doing. You are saying all of that right now. But I can tell you this. When people said, if they have to rig this, they would have to do so much work. And by so doing, they are going to make so much obvious mistakes because the number against them is far, far larger than the number for them. So a few months ago, I said, they didn't take you serious. Because if you're going to be a problem, right? The way the establishment work is two horses like that, yeah? So the way it works is that you are going to see other presidential candidates from other political parties. But it will surprise you that majority of the excos from national to state level to local government level of some of those smaller parties, they are also affiliated to the two major parties, PDP, APC. So when election is getting closer, you will start seeing them adopting one or either of them. Because the way it works is that if you are the one in government, you are expected, okay, to start your systemic rigging from the moment people are signing up to registering to vote. That is called systemic rigging. A lot of you will rush down there. Not all of you will be able to register. That's the first one. They will disenfranchise some of you. Then after registering, right, when they begin to print your names, not many of you will see your names. They will disenfranchise some of you there. Because the moment you go and say, we want to register to vote, what you are doing is that they will have all the data. What do you think they do with them? They see what is coming. Then they use the data to plan systemic rigging. Just before you even thumbprint your first ballot. That is how the system works, right? So when they start distributing your cards, many of you won't see the cards, which means you are not going to participate either way. Then, when election day comes, you will still use the same system, INEC, to disenfranchise the people in your opposition strongholds. How do you do that? It is not always by thug. Let me tell you something. You see all the INEC officials you are seeing, they are members of PDP and APC. Do you know that? You don't? Okay, fine. The system that built INEC also gives the political parties, the major ones, the privilege to use the back door and nominate people that will serve their interest into the board of the same INEC. And when INEC submit the name, it's going to come through them. They will give it a stamp and pass. Systemic rigging. They plant them in there, the political parties, and with the connivance with the same INEC. So their election is about who can rig one more. So usually it's between the two major parties. Right? Then Obidients came. The noise was too loud. They thought it was actually like one of those noise that would just disappear. We saw them. I have documentary of all the journey of the Obidients. I mean, I have the journey of all of them that is participating in this year elections. Yes, in the diary. Here. They were not taken serious until December, when they went back to the numbers they have cooked up. And they realized that the places they called stronghold, there was some anger, rage brewing in those places. So what did they do? Should they now put you, the Obedient and Labour Party, in the picture? How are they going to work it? How are they going to rearrange all the numbers? This is going to be a problem. Anyway, there's still something they can do. What is that? Just tell INEC not to print their logos on some of the ballot papers. In fact, when it is time to deliver the polling unit and the election materials to them, sabotage it. How do you sabotage election materials? You are preparing for election for the past 3 years. The day of the elections, the materials to take to the polling units are not ready. Where they are ready, they are not complete. Where they are complete, some of them are not functioning. It is all deliberate. The people working in the IT of INEC, they are appointed by the politicians. They got into those positions due to their political connections. Do you not know that? That's why I said, when I was saying that, did you believe that Nigeria is going to, INEC is going to conduct a free and fair election? Some of you said you will overwhelm them. You have overwhelmed them all. And this is their way of fighting back. You are about to see why Nigeria is not working and why it will never work. Again, just make sure that even if where they have to arrive at the polling unit, make sure they either not arrive at all or they arrive late. All those things you are witnessing, they are deliberate. All of them deliberate. And you can tell they are all happening in southern Nigeria. Have you noticed? They are all happening only or mostly in southern part of Nigeria. In northern Nigeria, kids are voting. Nothing like any stress. They are, you know what I mean? They are telling themselves that hold on to those results. Let's look at what they are doing to themselves in the south. And look at it today. The loudest of all of you today are mostly from the southern Nigeria, where you have trounced, pounced, trashed, people destroying people, APC, Egbekegbe. But do you remember when I said, when they rig you, when they begin to announce results that doesn't reflect what you know, what are you going to do? So tonight, I saw where the Nigerian police that has looked away, where people are being brutalized and beaten and then some of them even killed. You won't believe that. The same police that looked away, today, they are now sending messages to some of you, the Obedients. If you try any kind of protest because of this election, we will let you know that the security structure that we put in place for this election is still very much active. Really? I am not, I am not going to dampen your spirit, because everything they told us from Lagos seems to be, what do I mean by seem? Are actually true. So I told you last night that with the numbers I have seen, if they no change your numbers, if they don't bring their abracadabra, it is either this your election is going to end up in a runoff, or Peter Obi is going to be declared your election winner, but will he be your president? That is the question I asked, that some of you said when you get to that bridge, you will cross it. Simply because of the result that they have been seeing up north. They have started burning the properties of Igbos in Borno. There are reports, there are videos, there are, you know what I mean? The biggest market in Borno, populated by the Igbos, have been set ablaze. Meanwhile, only 25% of the election result is said to have been submitted, and there is still no clear person leading. Imagine what they have in stock. Remember when I asked you two questions, then I said, you Obidients, when they rig you and they declared Kalu the winner, what are you going to do? Okay, I think you said that Nigeria will go up in smoke, Nigeria will go this and that, if it's obviously that they rigged this whole thing. I said, okay. But what happened to you, the Kalu Tinubu supporters? What will happen if after all of this hateful, tribal, bigot and everything you've thrown at yourselves, what if the Peter Obi now becomes your president? What are you going to do? Are you going to start rioting? Are you going to start attacking the Igbos in the north? Did you remember I asked that question, by the way? Do you? I'm talking to the veterans who have always never missed anything on Mayegun's Diary Political. Do you remember that? Anyway, the option is now open to all of you who want to save Nigeria. The Obidients, as well as the Agbadomites, as well as the Mekanites, as well as the Kwakwansiyas. The election figure coming from Lagos is showing that even if they have to rig for Kalu, Tinubu may not see 500,000 votes in Lagos. Can you believe that? Kano, where they have always been churning out fake election results of 1.8 million, 1.7 million. From their result I have heard so far, they only accredited less than 1 million people in Kano. Well, maybe the whole thing is not out yet anyway, but so far so good. It shows that they've only accredited there were about 1 million people in Kano. Abi, Lagos have the highest registered voters, highest numbers of people who have collected their voters card. Kano is the second highest, state with the highest registered voters, and Kano is also the second state with the highest, received PVC. In Lagos, 6.5 million people are said to have received their PVC. Maybe not. In Kano, more than 4 million are said to have received their PVC. But the total vote in Kano is probably going to be under 1 million. So there's nothing bulky coming from anywhere. Okay. So in Lagos Island, local government in Lagos, they said that APC scored 20,300. Labour Party scored 18,690 something. Very close. But when it got to Koshofe local government, almost now 10,000, the Labour Party take win them there. And everybody is actually screaming everywhere right now that the result they are announcing on TV is not the result they actually, they have written on their result paper. It is called rigging, okay? See, I understand everyone's apprehension and the way people feels right now. They are expected, everything happening right now, they are expected to happen. But what will happen after this is what many people don't really know. But I can tell you something. The only people that are prepared for the aftermath of this charade are the APC. They have this. They have the military. They have the police. They have the guns. They have the tanks. They have the choppers. They have the jets. They are the only ones that they have. They are ready. The moment, in fact, some people are now saying maybe this whole thing of cash. Naira's change of naira, naira scarcity, and the rest of fuel scarcity towards election is probably a distraction from what they are actually planning to do. And I did say to you, I said, from the numbers we are getting from Lagos, or I have seen with my own eyes, evidently, even if they declare Kolu winner, do you remember I said that even if Kolu wins Lagos, right, when you're going to check the margin, it's going to be so close that they have to rig so much to even make that happen. I know many people are actually so angry right now on social media and offline, mostly the Lagosians. Majority of you who said to yourselves yesterday that you did it. Yes, we did it. Right before your very eyes. They are manipulating this and they are announcing these numbers on their own national televisions so as to tell you to go to court later. Or if you eat the streets, there are tanks that you have not seen all this while, except 2 days or a day before the elections, right? You begin to see them rolled out again. But some said it will be NSAS too. I'm actually waiting to see that. But you have participated in the elections. You have validated the elections. Your reaction after this is going to be that if that happens, I'm just saying, if that happens, right, your reaction is going to now be labeled as sore losers. That if you are angry with the result, go to court, and you know that you can't go to court and come back and win anything, right? Some said that Obi is karma is going to go to court, but Obi doesn't really control the Obidients. If their anger says that this is it, well, even Obi himself won't be able to beg them. All of these are what people have kind of expressed. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then the time is ticking. At Koshofe local government, this announcement was made, and then I'll show you something from from one of their sermons in the church today.
57 AGP 116 APC 36883 36883 APGA 115 APM 37 APP 17 BP 154 LP 46554 46554 NNPP 902 NRM 29 PGP 405.
So that's Koshofe. But Tinubu is clearing everywhere from the results being declared from Lagos, and every one of them is being disputed so far. However, we are waiting for the final result too. I mean, we would like to see. I told you that if you can't give him a landslide in Lagos, and you are looking up to forward to the north, they have already started promoting a propaganda right there on social media that Kolu is clearing the northern Nigeria and Atifku is trailing from far behind. Like it's like Kolu is already getting about 10 million from northern Nigeria. That's not true, because from what we have seen, the Obidients, they actually made a guy who I was told, a former councillor in Kaduna Little Finger. So this guy, they said, was a councillor. And then after, when McCarthy was their governor, so they said he was a local government councillor. Then things really changed or took turn. Nigeria happened to him. So he ended up being an Okada rider. It was fine. And they said that this guy, when they were picking the forms for who is going to run for what office, the guy picked up the House of Representatives form of Labour Party. And from what we have heard, if they haven't changed the results, okay, the guy beat the incumbent PDP House of Representatives member representing that same constituency, right? Without spending a dime. I'll show you the guy. So if this happened in Kaduna, what else is going on? Or even with manipulation and every other thing, right? What else could be going on that they are not telling the people, because they are holding their election number, they are holding them to their chest. But there are areas that people are not very much, you know what I mean, buying them. So if that guy could become a rep member in a PDP stronghold, right? How much of, in fact, in Zaria, they said that the Obidients, they had a strong showing in Zaria. But the result that we end up showing up on the INEC website is probably going to be otherwise. In a way, this is the only official result that has been declared by INEC, or should I say certified by them, and that is Ekiti State. Do you see the margin, right? So this is what I'm saying. So if those in the eastern Nigeria, if they are not in any way disenfranchised as much as we have seen so far, yeah, you will know that the difference between the numbers are also going to tell you until they change it to share you get. Because I am only sharing with you what I believe are the real thing, but they said they are not. The real thing is what they are now announcing. The one that is now, in a way, is preparing the ground for what you and I are probably envisaging, but at the same time, we hope it never gets there. Because once they cross that line, there's no coming back. I have started hearing some of you who said this is your last shot of trying to save Nigeria, or trying to, you know what I mean, fight for Nigeria. That if they rig you out of this time around, that is it. You are done. You are done. You are not interested anymore. Okay. Their election season is coming to an end, and the establishment will do what they know how to do best. Now, if they are going to make enough mistakes that will trigger you, or not, we will see. But guess what? I have started seeing people writing, if they declare Tinubu winner, may Nigeria cuckoo break. Really? I told you, I said, if you put up for this fight and the establishment shows you who they are, open rigging, and they dare you, what are you going to do? Do your worst. I said majority of you are going to come back to agree with us and say, Nigeria can't be saved. But I can't fault you for trying. We have seen the effort. In fact, some of my friends are beginning to say, right, we are not giving you the credit that you deserve enough. Of course, there are mad people who want to keep the status quo due to whatever they are getting from it, or, you know what I mean, as being part of it, fine. Or you have proven to us that if you are given the chance, you are ready to take it up with these criminals. That's what you are showing. This current activities that you are participating, this your experience. It's just to show to the rest of the world that if you are allowed, right, there are many, many of you that are not like those who are singing, who are doing the sing song for these criminals. That's what you have shown to us. But in Nigeria, there is no second place. See. Are you with me? In Nigeria politics, there is no second place. They practice something called winner takes it all. Trust me. There is nothing like we try. For daring them, there will be consequences. Trust me. And because it is winner takes it all, your friends, look at me very well, your friends that in fact voted for Obi, that you both did obedient this and that together. When this bell bang, they will turn to the establishment side. And you will soon realize that there are so many of you that are actually walking alone, but thinking you've got multitude around you. I have seen this happen many times. Oh, nearly. Oh, almost. Oh, when Nigeria finally happens, it is called winner takes it all. Until the next one. We have taught them a lesson. They will the next time, they will know that there's no next time. 4 years in your life, when their hand touch you, by the time you get to the end of that 4 years, you won't be this energetic. No, you won't be. That's if you are still alive. It would have turned you here and there, and you probably will be prouder of you in the past when that time comes. In 2022, 2023, me. I know they take nonsense. So we were doing all this. We are doing everything to. Oh, Baba, how come you are not doing that again? Baba, I'm telling you, I'm tired. Nigeria, not me again. I know they do again. That's the problem. A lot of you think you are going to be this energetic. If you're not ready for it, well, I'm not, again, it is not to demoralize you and make you feel like you are losing. I'm just saying, these guys, the establishment, they are about to show who they are. And they will do that so brazenly, right? Without no care in this world. Confidently. I told people when they were announcing the result of Ekiti, I said, for those of you who are new to Nigeria politics, there is so much to learn. And you'll come to that reality too and say, well, it doesn't seem that this place can be helped. Sure, many of you are already saying that, but don't say that yet. But you come to that reality soon. Okay? In Nigeria, you will see the people who are the returning officers for these dear elections. They are done of universities, lecturers, big professors. Are you with me? But the place is so corrupt. Nigeria is so corrupt that the people who are the victims of that corrupt system, like teachers, lecturers, who are going to determine if the politicians are going to succeed in stealing their pension, stealing their salary or not. But you see that season of that election, you go to say na juju. It's not juju. Professors, they will rig elections for thugs, criminals, all of these people, they will rig elections for them. And a few months after that, they will start giving warning of strike. If you don't pay us our emoluments, if you don't pay us our outstanding, the past government is showing us this and that. If you don't do this, we are going to go on strike. I say, it is a corrupt place. Watch all of them when they are reading their election results. They are professors, these are professors. So people they not be illiterate, but the election results that they personally entered into the election result sheets themselves will become something so difficult to read. Go and watch all of their announcements. Pay attention to that part. You will be hearing, they will be correcting them. What are you saying? Can you please go back again? Please go back again. Can you go back again? Because they are all altered numbers. It is a theatrical show. Everybody should come and play his part. Make it look legit. Participating, although participating in it legitimizes it. Not participating in it also have its own consequences. I didn't participate in it. And I have made peace with the consequences of not participating in your elections. You know what that means? It simply means that when you don't participate in elections, right, as they say, then you are the people electing the worst to rule over the people. I agree, but don't blame me. Look at the system that produced all of the candidates. Do you want to pretend that is not normal? The process of selecting them, their primaries, and all of those charade that surrounds all of their selections, do you think that is normal? So if a system that produces those criminals gives you the option of criminals, the constitution you can't choose which one you think is better. They say all of them are the same. Sorry, 1 second though. There are some things that some of you are newcomers, okay? So if you see, especially on YouTube, okay, if you see any of these stray dogs from the Lagos Agberos, as much as you can, please notify me, okay? Just say, Mayegun, we don't see another one. Mayegun, we don't see another weary. They don't listen there, but they always come back here to watch me. Do you get that? Like, you know, Mayegun doesn't like you. I don't like you. And I don't like you. No, it's not because of, what do you call it? It's not because of your choice, but it is because of your way of defending your choice. I don't like you. Your choice is a threat to my life. Nigeria establishment and all of you dear supporters, you are a threat to the life of every Nigerian that you can see anywhere, including your own lives too. So when you know that I don't like you, this guy don't like Tinubu at all, this guy is this or that, then why do you always have to grab your phone to tune in? To start disgracing your family or family name on social media? I know some of you are probably are so like, you know, who is your baba? You this Mayegun? Who is your father in Yoruba land? I say, somebody where they support Tinubu, we no bold enough to even put his father's name as his second name. Nile Yoruba. Somebody we know they proud, to identify with his own biological mother and biological father. It didn't drop from the sky. The only story is that he was adopted by his Lagos mother. But who born him? Who be in papa? Person we know they proud. Then you jump up. If you get shame, you jump up and you say, who is your baba in this land? My papa is Badero of Okeagbo, Ijebu Igbo. Who is Tinubu's father? And from where? Glory Brukuni. They like him at distracting you. Anyway, the what do you call it? The other part there is that the Agberos, right, who have formed this Voltron, right? When you make all those choices, your choice are threat to the life of many of us. So I have made peace with my decision not to participate. I know that the worst case that will happen will be Nigeria still dwelling in corruption, still dwelling in bad leadership, still dwelling in selfish people, still dwelling being led by all kind of criminals. I know. Go and look at the process that produced them. Just take a look. I say somebody, killed those who tried to stop him from becoming a candidate, or somebody who actually attacked those who were trying to stop him from being a candidate. Then he becomes candidate, or somebody who bribed his way to become a candidate. Then he becomes a candidate, And they're now presenting him as Honorable Excellency. So to me, Eloma Shembe. So if you now look at me and say, well, it doesn't really matter anyway. However, somebody raised the alarm, right? It's not even someone. I think there's so many alarms out there, right? There's a particular one I will take you to. This one happened in Ikotun, in Lagos. When they talk about structure, and it's so sad, it is so sad that a lot of these guys that were everywhere gaslighting people and doing all of that, right? They were unable to be on ground to actually make up the number. So when they talk about the structure, this structure that, it's actually about thuggery, violence, manipulation, bribery, intimidation, even death. In Rivers State as we speak right now, Omo. Take a look at this.
This is for me from Alimosho. See, we are Ikotun local government, and then these people have started beating us here. They're beating some of our people. They're beating most of our people there. They're beating some of our people there. They are started though. They are beating us. They are beating us here. They are beating us. They are injuring us here. Please, we need people to come to our rescue. Please come to our rescue. This is for me from.
Sorry, nobody is coming, okay? They just wanted them to change results. Those are collation centers all over Lagos. For the places where they couldn't do or get them to change the results, they started sending personal threats to people that they considered as ringleaders or the head or point men or women, who are encouraging the people from voting for Tinubu. So violence, forcing people is actually Take a look at this.
Guys, I'm Eunice today, the Labour Party candidate for Apapa Federal Constituency in Lagos, and I'm the one that posted the video showing us how INEC officials were manipulating our results in Apapa early this morning about 4-5 a.m. The problem now is that they are threatening to kill me. They want to eliminate me because I refuse to negotiate and accept any kind of incentives in order to stand down my activities to help us. For me, the most important thing right now is for all of us to go to our local government area coalition centers and begin to demand that the real results that we did at our different polling units are the results that goes up to INEC and comes out of the whatever servers and beavers, whatever. We should go back to the beavers results. Hopefully they've not erased them or manipulated them. Get those results that are the real results that we did at our various polling units. Get them up. Get them up. If you get them up, it will be winning this election today, not tomorrow, not at the court. We can't trust our court systems because we see a lot of results out of our court systems that are very far away from any reasonable argument any normal human being can make. So let's not risk it that we have to take our evidence to court and start proving that we won this election. Let's win it. Let's really win it and let them go and prove that we didn't. So the trick for me is that we get out there, 774 local government areas where they have INEC coalition centers. Go there, insist that the right results are uploaded, and we will see that P2B won this election. Anything other?
Atuje, she's talking about this video, by the way.
And the funny thing is that the results that they are bringing from the see one feel iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yẹn ìdí iṣẹ́ yẹn Beavers, yes.
Why are you talking like this now?
He's actually telling you facts.
When we were searching for you, you went into hiding.
And then we want Tipex everywhere. No, it's the truth, Yes, the thing he's doing is wrong because we are seeing the results here and not the results we had at the polling units. And he needs to stop what he's doing because he's now entering everything into the master sheet for the Beavers. Yes. gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ṣe yìí sí ó ti wà invalid already. Now lórí vivas and then gbogbo result tó enter sí láti gbàtà ká tó wá síbi àti ṣe now.
just 2 units láti ṣe ń dà rẹ.
Yes, then wá bí sí gbogbo result tó enter bí is what happened at the polling units. Kò lọ ẹjẹ́ àti ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ báyìí ẹjẹ́ á lo vivas. Yeah, ẹjẹ́ á lo vivas. No, what is the truth? Òótọ́ ló ń sọ because wọ́n ti change result. Ẹ wò ó náà wọ́n ti change result. Gbogbo ẹ̀ a ti ń wò pé gbogbo kíní yìí sì irọ́ ni. Gbogbo ẹ̀ irọ́ ni. Yes, we do. It doesn't matter. The Beavers has the result. Let's go and get the Beavers. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò tó ṣe é sí kò lọ. What he's doing now is not correct. He's entering manual results and it's not what he did at the polling units. They are entering manual results and it's not what we did at the polling units. And he's entering it into the master sheet. And he's doing it from look at all the tipex that are in see. And they expect us to keep quiet about it. We told him to get the Beavers machine. Let's start entering from the Beavers, which is what we started doing from the other polling units. He says no. But look at all the tipex.
That's what, all you are saying is called rigging, okay? See, don't let anybody sugarcoat anything, okay? It's rigging. That's, lifetime rigging that you are witnessing, okay? They will do it in the open space. That's what they are doing. And guess what? That's just from the polling unit or collation center at the local government level. There are other people at the top layer. Those ones are the professors that will end up announcing the results. See this one, oh. They caught her. She's a professor. People will strike for 8 months. 8 months because APC failed to pay them. And they continue to blackmail them. They even divided their union. But you see elections in Nigeria. Elections, censor, immunization. They are like the special hot cake for civil servants in Nigeria, especially school teachers. When it comes to elections, at the top, they will pick university professors to come and perfect it. Imagine somebody we know collect salary for 8 months under APC. Lafia in Nasarawa. Watch this.
Madam, how did you do this collation? With who did you do this collation?
Only APC agent with her.
Madam, how did you do this? Madam, how did you do this collation? With who did you do this collation?
Only APC agent with her.
Madam, how did you do this?
So is that not? I mean, some will say poverty does that to them. Some says an average Nigerian is actually wicked. You know what I mean? Like, if you see Nigerians anywhere in the world, they are among the kindest people, or maybe not. But an average Nigerian is very selfish, self-centered, and wicked. And this cut across all tribes. Everybody get their own different wickedness, and they see it as normal. But how do you wicked yourself? She took the result sheet away from the people that needed to fill in the results. And when she was caught, she's already filled the result in there. They were asking her, and then they caught her. The police caught her getting away out of Lafia, the state capital. They dropped and they arrested. She's under arrest there with already filled results favoring APC. Like, what is going on? Somebody, mama, we no get salary, we no pay salary for 8 months. I don't know if they have started paying them. That's as if they have paid them anyway. But they are all scattered across Nigeria right now, doing the work of the devil in order to keep all of you in that bondage, no matter how much you try. Trust me. Look at this one. This one is from Rivers State. Talk about manipulation, Nigeria election 2023.
Good evening, everyone. This is Emmanuel Elvis, a Labour Party agent reporting from Comprehensive Secondary School, Oginiba, Polling Unit 96. The whole of River State, INEC River State is working with Nyesom Wike, the governor of River State. They disconnected their network. They could not upload our results because Labour Party is winning everywhere. Labour Party has cleared the whole River State, and because of that, they are working with INEC River State. They could not upload our this thing. They said they should bring all the polling units. No one is working. They couldn't upload the result from the polling unit. They said they should bring all the result to INEC office, and that's not what INEC told us. They said every result should be uploaded from the polling unit. Now the chairman, Obiakpoluko government chairman George Arolo, came to Oginiba a town hall, and when he saw the result that Obi is winning, he chased everybody out and locked the gate. They are shooting everywhere in the whole of Oginiba. They want to manipulate the result. I'm reporting live now from Oginiba Comprehensive Secondary School, polling units 96 and 97. So they are trying all means to manipulate this result. Everywhere in River State, Obi is winning, as in with the high. But in fact, in my own polling unit, APC did not got 1 vote in presidential election. APC not got 1 vote in presidential election. PDP got only 1 vote. So that's how it has been in all the polling units. And now they are looking for a way to manipulate it. River State Governor Nyesom Wike is the one doing it. We got reliable information. They're working with the INEC River State. So we need to everything possible need to be done. Labour Party need to sit up. They need to take this. They need to follow this result up to the end, because they must not manipulate it. No single polling unit is APC winning. APC is not winning any single polling unit. PDP is not winning any single polling unit. Labour Party is winning everywhere, including.
I know, my brother. A lot of people are going to tell you that that's the lesson they told you that you are going to learn. INEC told the whole world that their own electoral act says the results, the vote, when you finish voting and you count your votes, the result of that vote, right, should be announced at the polling unit. And right there, you should make sure that your electoral officer there impute your result into their beavers machine and post it right there. When the abracadabra started, the same man who has been going from one media house to another for the past 2 years, explaining and then practicalizing what the beavers is going to do, how the beavers is impregnable, how beavers is this or that. In fact, how this election is going to be impossible to rig because of their technology. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at him. Okay, not you. So he was talking about all of this and the Electoral Act law, because it was backed by law. The same guy was on Channels TV this evening, responding to people who said, why are they not uploading the results immediately where they declare the results? How come it's taking 2 days to announce the results? The guy said, there is no law that back the announcement of the result. It's just an idea to help people understand the system better and get people closer to the electoral process to understand. So they have to make a law that says they have to post your results there. Since that one said, INEC told them that they can post the results, but somehow they chased him out of his polling unit last night, making that video. You get what I mean? So there's another part. I'll let you listen to that. Then I'll show you how Nigeria is a crime scene. And I'm so sorry. And I told you, I said, don't, if possible, please don't attach your emotion to their elections, because it will cost you a lot when everything comes back. Not as you expected, because they will do what you think they would never try and do. And the point is that, what would you do? What are you going to do? Pray? Go away? Or I don't know. The guy has this.
They are trying all means to manipulate this result. Everywhere in River State, Obi is winning, as in with the high. But in fact, in my own polling unit, APC did not got 1 vote in presidential election. APC not got 1 vote in presidential election. PDP got only 1 vote. So that's how it has been in all the polling units. And now they are looking for a way to manipulate it. Governor, River State Governor, yes, on weekend, is the one doing it. We got reliable information. They're working with the INEC River State. So we need to everything possible need to be done. Labour Party need to sit up. They need to take this. They need to follow this result up to the end, because they must not manipulate it. No single polling unit is APC winning. APC is not winning any single polling unit. PDP is not winning any single polling unit. Labour Party is winning everywhere, including Obidients government chairman polling unit. Labour Party clear everything. I'm talking of a polling unit that have over 500 accredited voters, and APC could not even get up to 10 votes to tell you how it's working here. So please, today everybody that know what to do, and you know the relevant authority to.
I know, my brother. I know. I can feel that energy rush. You know, that adrenaline rush. Like, because Omo, there is a lady that didn't make it. They killed her. And these are all of the casualties of their elections that are going to be coming up from tomorrow. But for now, everybody is still having their breath in their mouth. They cannot rig it. They cannot. Where is the result? How come they are not announcing the result? Here is one of the reasons why they are not announcing the result. Nigeria is a crime scene. And I will always remind you.
Madam, where were you? What were you not around? Where were you? Why? Because you do what? You, what's your problem? You want to change when?
My house.
When now?
Like everything
so
was
you
like
came from me, yes, give me this one. You come, you took yourself from me.
I was even talking, guys. See, I've been on this one for the past 2 days now.
You go.
I am not here. If they want to have, I was on Copa White. You know what to do. You know what to do. That is not
Look, after this, no more. I don't hear. After this, no more. I don't. That's still here now.
You see election? Now election, no. The guy said after they finished voting, as the electoral officer, presiding officer there, he took the ballot paper, the election material, every other thing, and he went to his home to go and change last night, which means he went home to sleep. And he came back the following day to bring all the election materials and the result and everything to them. River State, Abi. No. Because, you know, with the wiki and the rest of them that are hijacking all these people from different places, they are target. If you are an electoral officer right now, and they haven't declared your results yet, you are actually holding a gold mine. You see that election where you are holding? For those who have been paid, youth corpers that are serving, graduate youth corpers serving in River State, they are collecting to $200, $200, and they are changing the election results, and they are bragging about it in their WhatsApp group. You won't believe it. And like, you know, the pictures of the $200. And the other one was like, I beg, no implicate me. And it was like, no. Nobody will know that it's you that sent me now. Unfortunately, people knew the guy. And before you know it, they put his picture and they put his number. Every other details, they put them online. That this is the guy. $200. $200. A graduate that has been reading and hearing that there are other graduates who will never get job. For years, poverty, recycling poverty. Now, this is somebody who is about to start life, and there are many like that everywhere anyway. There are many everywhere. I told you that they will rig you or would the number match up? So this is also another thing you should look into. I mean, with the number of the rigging add up, or they will make more open mistakes that will further trigger you to know that court won't solve this, except you pull up. And that's something some of you were so don't like. Revolution. We cannot do that. We cannot shake any OTNC. Like, how dare them be bold enough to rig an election in a place where they've traumatized people this much, divided them? Audacity in like Baragon. And what is going to follow it? I told you that if nobody say I could just be somebody will be saying evil person. I would have just said, maybe for somebody once said that on this platform, he said, somehow he wishes that Kolu become your president. That there are still some of you that it will take another 8 years before you come back to your senses. You know? Some say, you won't kill us. We no go survive more. That it would likely probably take another 8 years. Something, imagine you missing Buhari. Just imagine that. You say, Buhari is better. Then imagine what you are going to be going through to look back and say Buhari is better in your life. So somebody said that this Nigeria, that it will take another 8 years of serious governmental abuse, established, institutionalized corruption. Hey, that by the time you are going to survive that 8 years, wallah, if they carry all of the bazooka, the bomb, the everything, and they say they are about to send you another 8 years journey, you will begin to shout, we die here. Like you see this Obidients shout, we die here, we die here. We die here today. This is our future. Go punish you. I don't want to talk to you again. You are my enemy. You are supporting these people. You are my this and that. Share you get, Another 8 years. 8. Odumejo. So everybody go there, all right. But how do you comprehend this?
Police don't come snatch our ballot box.
Police snatch ballot box with police van, police uniform, paid for by the taxpayers that were exercising their franchise to vote. Explain that to me. Like I'm a 5-year-old boy, right? Can you explain what that means in a real context, in a real world? Can you explain it to me? Like you are talking to a 5-year-old boy, like, okay, Mayegun, what that simply means is that it's not that much, okay? If I have to explain it better, and what you see that in that video, where police snatching ballot box and destroying ballot papers simply because of the stronghold of their opposition. The people that are supposed to stop people, that want to stop people from voting, they are the ones, after people have voted, they took their ballot paper. When the people started screaming and shouting, they drop it, destroy it, and that's it. But they will announce results, and they declare PDP winner. There. Take a look at this other one. So if you want to explain it and say, what does this even mean? Baba, because it's coming to mean. Yeah. And that's the truth. It's somehow hard to accept that even the slaves, the victims of the bad governance, are not seeing themselves as victims of bad governance. So they have now created hierarchy within that victimhood. Some have chosen to defend the fiefdom. Many of you have realized that you have become victims for too long, and you want to be out of this whole mess. You have them to contend with. Do you remember what I said about foolish people? Yeah, foolish people. You should be very careful of them. Yeah, foolish people are dangerous people. Because in a democracy, foolish people in large numbers, they can elect a governor, they can elect House of Rep, they can elect senators, they can elect president of a country. So when the consequences of their foolish choice, because it's democracy now, the same way you like you voted for Obi. In a democracy, they are allowed to also choose a Kolu, choose a Tifku. Call them anything you want to call them. It is called democracy. If foolish people are in large numbers, and all of you think you are intelligent, you are educated, you are exposed, you are what have you, didn't you see what happened in Lagos yesterday? When you see grown-up men, fathers, fathers who are supposed to be fathers to other children there, you saw them coming out. Any Igbo to vote in B. I want you to hear me very, very well. Any Igbo that they born very, very well. Must now vote here. Go back to your house, yo. Baba, that's them. If you have them in large number, in a democracy, you have one vote, they have one vote. Yeah. And if their number is more than you, they will elect a president. The consequences of that choice, you will share it. Did you vote for Bokwari? You. Watching me right now, in case if you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you here. Now, if you now have a country where there is endemic institutionalized corruption that has spread so wide that a lot of people are so proud of it that they are calling their fellow citizens enemies. Baba, I fear them. I usually fear, foolish people, so to say. How do you explain policemen snatching ballot boxes? How do you explain that to a young man that come to you? Like, okay, how do you explain that to your children and say, policemen snatched ballot box and ballot papers during elections and they destroyed it and they ran away? The child will just be like, what? Are they real police or fake policeman? Then you'll be like, no, they are real police, Nigerian policemen. Inside Nigerian authorized vehicle. How do you explain it to a child? No, it's just what they do. It's a normal thing, Jare, my son. They always do all of that. You say, don't mind them. Don't mind them. Is that how you say it to your child or your children? Is that how you say it to them? That's why I don't like. That's why I don't believe in all of that. You won't tell your children that the consequences of all of that is going to come back, and possibly you would have to raise them in poverty. You didn't vote for them. You didn't support them. So I'm just saying anyway, it's just a context. So to say. So take a look at this. Is it this one? Yeah, it should.
Look at
That's Nigeria. It's called open rigging. INEC said everything went well, except for few places where we have small problems, and we have cancelled the election day. We're going to reconduct them. So today they reconducted election in about 26 states. Is that up to that? No, it's not up to that. I think it's about 15 states. Maybe not. 15, where crisis here and there yesterday, election, this or that, but they've already got what they wanted. How to infuse that figure and that number into their system and throw them to you to start arguing if your own is valid or their own that they publish is the valid one. That is their abracadabra. But there is a pastor that actually took his time today on a chair. Please listen to his message, all right? Because something is cooking.
A word of caution. Dear friends, we have witnessed an unusually stressful and challenging elections and vote casting process under very difficult conditions in most cases. Yesterday, some people's voting didn't start till around 1 p.m. Some people in some places had rains and all manner of things, all manner of strenuous condition. But I saw patriotism, enthusiasm, and the determination of our nation's citizens for a change of story like I have never before seen. Record-breaking turnout crowds. Our polling unit, maybe the crowd multiplied like 10 times of what it has ever been, with multitudes of first-time voters. Unfortunately, the human demons in our country and their lunatic, mad agents in various parts of this country didn't allow for a peaceful and just process in those places. Video recordings of their misdeeds were flying from Lagos, from Rivers, from Kogi, from Anambra, etc., with thugs at the helm of affairs at certain units. Someone was saying, if you are not voting our party in a particular polling unit in Lagos, and the police was standing right there, leave here. What a country. I thought I heard an order that every thug should be shot down at sight. There was a place where the gate was locked, and the thugs told the people, if you are not voting our party, their party, their disastrous, nonsense, useless party, don't come in here. In some places, people are told, if you don't want to vote our party, go back to your place. In certain places, there was a report of no more presidential ballot papers. But there were ballot papers for senatorial and House of Reps. There were other places where a particular party's logo and name was not on the ballot paper at all. Also, there were cases of thugs snatching ballot papers. Underage voting. I think they showed me a clip of a boy of about, is it 4 years or 5 years, 6 years, casting a vote somewhere. The question is, who are the kinds of leaders or aspirants who will orchestrate those kinds of criminality? They are worthless, valueless, generational liabilities, mobile disasters, who have neither the credibility, relevance, or quality to command any form of followership or win any form of credible election. So they have to resort to criminality, thuggery, and all forms of manipulative devices to attempt to win. The Lord rebuke you. Those are primordial, medieval, outmoded, antiquated, outdated, primitive, obsolescent entities. Ancient people who belong only to history and not to the modern times. Bringing Stone Age, barbaric, savage, bestial, animal behavior into contemporary times. Using ballot snatching and voter intimidation. When you look at them, they look like animals. Both those dogs and those who send them like animals. What monkeys will not do, what baboons will not do, are what these human demons in the name of so-called aspiring leaders, animals trying to lead human beings? Impossible. Animals trying to lead people. Animals, apes, trying to lead human beings. It is impossible. We announce that they are at the end of their road, politically and otherwise, since they have confirmed that they don't belong to this age. Who are these kinds of leaders? They are detestable, abhorrent, reprehensible, obnoxious, odious personalities, bent on immersing the nation in the flavor of shame and ignominy in the eyes of the international community, as they watch all the terrible things through their contemptible, execrated, abominable electoral crimes and actions, bringing Nigeria into odium and opprobrium. We announce that the shame that they are trying to bring on the nation remains their shame forever. It remains the shame of all that pertains to them forever. Voting manipulation, all manner of things. Now, despite all these abnormalities cited, the people of Nigeria overwhelmingly expressed their choice of leadership through their vote. Everywhere. Voting against even so-called aspirants and winning them in their own grounds, in their polling units, winning them in their territories, in their so-called states. The people spoke through their vote. This is my counsel to INEC. INEC be strongly advised to do the right thing and do it on time. Issues of inability to upload results on server, failure of results upload from beavers machines, delay in the arrival of results, especially from the northern parts of this country, is raising suspicion. They are raising a lot of suspicion. What was the use of giving the hope to the country? INEC is ready. Beavers machine, automatic transmission of results. And yet we are here, still here now. Result manipulation and all manner of things are still going on. Kindly ensure that this is not game as usual. Every attempt at scuttling the will of the people or frustrating the zeal of the youth will only produce unimaginable consequences. You are not dealing with dummies. You are dealing with intelligent people. Nigerians are tired of the games of these demonic agents, and we are not going to take it anymore. People have voted. They are watching their votes. People already have the results of their polling units, etc., as confirmed at the end of the voting exercise. Just be wise. Do the right thing and go down in history in honor. I'm talking to the INEC leadership right now, the chairman. Do the right thing and go down in history in honor and dignity, or do the wrong thing and go down in shame and ignominy and infamy forever. God bless Nigeria. Stand up on your feet, people. We are not, hear me. We are not going to take rubbish from anybody. We are not going to take garbage from anybody. You can't take anybody for the ride. You have taken us for the ride for too long. And now we won't take rubbish.
What are we do today? Today, I will lift up my voice in praise. Oh, yeah, what I know. You are always there for me. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, you are my only Lord. Forever when they say, oh, àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa kó anybody lẹ́nu. Oh, àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa kó anybody lẹ́nu.
That is where the whole thing is headed. I just wanted you to hear his message. Some said, is he a pastor or is he a politician? Baba, you go have to find out. Oh, I said he go touch and go touch everybody. Everybody will speak out. And you'll be surprised that you probably are not prepared for the aftermath. But people keep saying, what is wrong with all of you, Obidients? They said you are winning and you are doubting yourselves. You are seeing that even as much as they are rigging, you are still kind of picking up where they never expected. Last, Isha, between now and tomorrow evening, everybody go do okay. However, the pastor who spoke there, I believe, was speaking the mind of his congregation. You heard this uproar, the loud uproar in there. He was speaking their mind. At least, she be just now when you're done in temple. Didn't Jesus chase out the gamblers, the this and that traders, market this or that inside the temple? No. Is it inside the temple or inside the temple? Idea no matter. You shall get what I'm saying. So, anyway, it doesn't really matter. But it delivered the message and they didn't change it, even though there was so much obnoxious infamy and then all those ones in that message. But you got the message. Now, so we're not going to hear from others from tomorrow. when the drama begin to take a shape. I wish you the easy, what do you call it? Easy election result announcement. But I don't think wishes alone can actually cut it in this regard. So I have been told, no, I wasn't told, I saw it, or I'm seeing it on my screen right now, that the APC in Lagos, the INEC in Lagos State, after declaring you, the Obidients, winner of the election in Koshofe, they have also declared you winner of Ikeja local government, which means you have beaten Tinubu in his own local government. Some of you should know that Tinubu's polling unit is located in Alausa, not Bodilon. Okay, so he always travel from Bodilon to Alausa to vote, which is under Ikeja local government in Lagos. From the report I'm hearing, well, from the announced results of INEC on channels here, it says that Labour Party scored 30,004. While Tinubu scored 21,276. So therefore, declaring Obi the winner of all the votes in Ikeja. So the Lagos Abobaku are now saying that once they declare Tinubu winner, so they should please, turn Computer Village, turn it into, horrible people. They said that Alaba Market and all those places, they should turn those places into, maybe playground where people can take their children to. You get what I mean? And one more we return, like they know they work. Owoda. Like Tinubu, that's what they live on. Okay. They have no idea that those businesses are the businesses that are actually funding the IGR of Lagos State. They don't care because it's all about what they can hit now. All those their brothers and sisters or their fathers and mothers who have sold their inheritance across Lagos State to people who could pay them, and they've used the same money to throw themselves different parties. Today, they are hoping that the Alaba market, they will be able to chase them away. And these jobless, useless, humans, they can go there and take over the shops or loot everywhere. So they are waiting for Kolu to come in, which means it is not going to be an easy ride. For the Igbos in Lagos, they are planning that. I don't know if they are capable of doing that or not, because would they attack their pot of soup? If then they mad, there's a reason why they will never touch Alaba. There's a reason why they will never touch Trade Fair. There's a reason why they will never touch Computer Village. Maybe like stay with waiting when they show them right now in Lagos. They will have to give up all of that and probably turn those places to God knows. They said they should go and give you land in Ikorodu. All of you traders, Yorubas, Igbos, and everybody who are traders in all these markets, they don't care if there are Yorubas who are also traders in those markets. But it's the Igbos, so they should relocate them to Princess area. So Princess, when Kolu become Presidiot of Nigeria, they are going to bring Alaba International Market down to Ikorodu. They are going to bring Ikeja Computer Village. They're going to bring them to Ikorodu. They said, go send them out of town where they will never be needed again. That is them. Anyway, they said that also in that result, because that's not the only thing on the screen, right? They said in Ibejuleki, the place that people are saying that they are announcing fake results, they beat Tinubu in Ibejuleki local government. They beat some like silly. I've seen the results. These are results that you can see with video. Here you get. They beat them silly. But the results says that Tinubu scored 14,685 in the Ibejuleki local government. Obi scored 10,410. Which means Tinubu win Ibejuleki local government by just by just 4,200 votes. You remember I told you that from what I have seen, even if they rig it, they will find it difficult to have a margin, a big margin in Lagos. It's so close that there is no number coming from anywhere to boost it. Not from all those places they have told you, except they actually announce fake results that could lead to a serious uprising in Nigeria. And some of you are not prepared for it. And I don't think, maybe I shouldn't raise my hope. Time will tell. So Tinubu also win Ikorodu. Princess, Adugboyi, your area is won by Tinubu is scored 50,353 votes. I remember Princess once forwarded some details to me that she said was forwarded to her, and they were Ikorodu results. Somehow it's true that APC did well in Ikorodu. Sure, you get. But they allocated 28,951 to Obi. So which means the Ikorodu in Lagos, they have a small voter turnout. So at the end of the day, the total votes from Ikorodu local government area for president, if you put all of them together with what I have on my screen, let's say 79 plus 4,005, that should be 84,500 or 84,500 votes or 85,000 votes is the total vote from Ikorodu. So Tinubu took 50,300 of that. Obi took 28,951 there. Ikorodu. So these are the ones I have seen on my screen. And yeah, a lot of the people are saying that they are being rigged out. And so many people are also staying glued to their different devices, phones, TV, YouTube, just like you are doing right now. Simply because the whole world want to witness how this is going to turn around. But let me tell you their own projection. The Obidients that said that, if this should go the other way, it is rigging. It's obvious. They are not planning to win everywhere. According to their own stat, yeah, their plan was to make sure that they keep the East and the South, they keep them on a lockdown. They put up a strong fight in the Southwest, right, especially Lagos, right, as a political party. Then they should railroad into the North Central and make sure if they can capture, if they can get a Plateau State, maybe Kogi, maybe not, right? I don't think Kogi is in their plan. Anyway, Plateau States, Niger, what else again? Benue, Taraba. You know what I mean? Like if they could at least break the North Central, where PDP and APC won't be able to make much show. At the end of the day, he will make up his own 24 states, and at the same time with Federal Capital Territory, which has gone to him as well. So imagine if they rigged the election in Abuja with every video we have seen. Yeah, just imagine that they rigged the election in Abuja and they declare APC the winner of Abuja. That's going to be something. Now, Lagos is so contested, and same thing in Kano. From their report, from their result we have seen, in fact, the ones they have announced themselves, right? Imagine Kano with 1 million accredited voters. So if you are a Kolu supporter, yeah, normally you would expect him to win Kano. I mean, you expect him to win 22 states with ease. With what Werewike is doing in River State, so if Werewike is managed as well to rig it enough, succeed in all he's doing, and declare for Kolu, sure you get. And then Ebonyi declared, Imo declared. So it's probably going to be fine. Yeah? Anyway, the numbers are not adding up. That's what I will keep saying. With the ones we have seen with our very eyes, verified, because they have video evidence of them. Are you with me? It's just showing up that it's not adding up. So in Kano, Kwakwanso is scoring as much as 22,000 votes in a local government. And they have 44 local governments in Kano. Now, if they now declare and say Kolu wins Kano, and they now show you the number, from 1 million accredited voters, well, I won't be surprised if you begin to see more voters than the accredited anyway, because all these words, they don't really mean anything in Nigeria. It is whatever they do that they do, right? All these words, all these buzz, they are just buzzwords, okay? So, let's say they will do their over-rigging, or, let's even stick to the accredited voters, which means it's only 1 million votes that is available for them to grab in Kano. Good luck, Jonathan. Yeah, good luck. Jonathan didn't win some core north. Do you know that? So they said they are using the template that Jonathan used in 2011, and it is a winning magic. All you have to do is to make sure that the stronghold of the people who are going to challenge you, whether in your party or outside your party, just make sure that they are stronghold. You don't target there to win. You target, right, to keep the fight so close, and shrink their number. Meanwhile, on your own side, you have to also do what? You have to make sure that, you don't let them have access to your stronghold for them to break your stronghold. But because the structures they talk about in Nigeria is about violence, vote buying, manipulation, and the rest of that, rigging. So the plan that the APC, Egbekegbe, have for the Eastern Nigeria is not to penetrate to get votes. It is to make sure that they don't vote. If you can cut as many as possible off from participating, that's enough. We don't need to go there and say we want to reduce and hit into their votes. But when you look at this Obidient, they are actually like harvesting the people that normally, if they were to vote, they would either vote for PDP or APC if this is not available, right? So they are harvesting them in the areas that are supposed to be the stronghold of those who have the power, the structure, and and all of that, without using without having to use money inducement, without using to buy people or introducing violence or using rigging. That's superb, and that worked for them, and that is what is putting so many of these establishments right now in a feast. And I love to see it, because I believe that when supposedly overconfident, powerful criminals, when they become so overconfident to some extent, then they begin to make mistakes. No. When they become so comfortable and they get so uncomfortable for once, the first reaction is to make sure that their comfort that is being threatened is never taken away from them. So therefore, they will fight back like their life and their existence depends on it. That's exactly what you are witnessing right now. And I really, 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 really wish you all the best. I would say I am going to take calls. So far, so good. Their INEC has extended their election result announcement. So I advise everyone to please pay less attention to those news, whether fake or so. Most of them are actually fake anyway. And then begin to reprioritize your expectation. What would be your own next reaction when this finally goes down? Anyway, I've got somebody on the line who would like to be part of this too. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Baba, how are you, sir?
The general himself. Good evening, brotherly.
Good evening to you. How you doing?
I'm very fine and I'm doing great.
Fantastic. So you are go on, yeah.
General, I join you in watching the movies that is happening in Nigeria. Look, General, there is going to be a winner and loser, and that winner is going to be us, those students of this Temple of Truth. We are the winners.
Right.
The losers is going to be those people that doesn't listen to the Temple of Truth. They are going to be the losers. So whatsoever we have been learning in this temple, this is our own benefit, our own gain, our own winning trophy.
That's right.
Okay, and for students that are not versatile with history, I urge them to please come and join Temple of Truth always. In my 44 years, at least I can tell some stories about Nigeria and what is happening. So when I rose up and said, this is Nigeria for you, some people should openly believe us. I hope they have this opportunity to salvage themselves with Peter Obi. I hope. But if it doesn't go their way, I think we should abide by the historic futuristic Showore revolution. That is the only thing that can save them.
Well, the world is coming back into the people's timeline again. Revolution, we are going too far. The revolution, but it used to be a no word in the last few months. No, you know what I mean. But yeah, we are following. I actually read where some people are actually saying that is it not better to break up this country, Seth? What is all this nonsense going on? I've seen people said if they rig this thing, and I see that they rig it and they declare Kolu that me and my family will never participate in any election again in Nigeria. I said, oh, okay. Everybody should calm down. Calm down, at least calm down. You are about to see why Nigeria is Nigeria. And then the way you handle it, Baba, you know that a problem is not a problem, but the way we actually react to that problem. Now, I want to see how they're going to handle it. All of us are going to handle it.
Exactly. Thank you, the General. I am standing by.
Bless you. We are watching, just like the rest of the world is. I have another person on the line, and you can actually like the broadcast if you haven't. Okay, hello there. Oh, I thought I picked that. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, I'll take another call. Then probably I would expect them to call back. Okay, hello there.
Baba.
Balagba. How you be, Baba?
Ade Baba. Ṣé dáadáa lẹ wà?
Adúpẹ́ o. Ẹ̀yin kọ́?
Ó tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ dà. Àwa náà wà dáadáa o.
Well, so báwo la wọ́n ní. Go on, sorry, go on, sir.
Yes. Because me only much time. Mo kàn fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ díjú. Ṣé understand?
Yes, sir.
Mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ díjú because mo ń wò yín lórí program bá.
Okay.
Mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ díjú. Kẹ́ wá imagine kí Tinubu àti Shitman kọ́ wọlé as the president and vice president. Ẹ jọ kí àwọn Hausa àwọn Fúlàní yẹn kan wá wí láwàní kan máa gbọ́kàrà káàkiri ní Ìkẹjà àti ní airport. Báwo lẹ ṣe máa fi?
Mo nǹkan bóyá because of this àwẹ̀ náà tó wà níwájú mi fire ni mò ń rí o àbí blood akínú mò ń rí yìí náà bóyá náà yẹn maybe because of all the lights they are so reflective and when you are talking gbogbo what ẹ sọ yẹn mo kàn ń rí pé ẹ jẹ́ n lajú mi o because it's like I'm looking at a CGI. Oh, look good though. Why did you do that, Baba? Like, have you tried it yourself? Ni not to try any? No.
I should go.
Because yeah. I did say something. I said, if people who wake up one day and say, Buhari is better, imagine the kind of condition people will be in, and they will look back and say, Ashi Buhari is better, Sha. Mama Jerry, come on, be me.
I mean,
as I closed my eyes, it was like I was seeing fire, this and that, and it became so scary that I started, as I'm talking right to you right now, I'm feeling some sensation in my eyeballs, like pressure. That's not good.
Because so kí àwọn káwọn Fúlàní kan máa wé kí ló máa wé yẹn kán máa mú bọ̀dá ní kán máa gbà bọ̀dá kán máa gba Ìkẹjà ọjà kán máa lọ sí airport kán máa gbọ́kadà ní Nàìjíríà wọn ò tí ì mọ ẹni tí wọ́n ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kò sínú ẹni.
Baba, I mean, I have said it before, but everybody were careful with what they are wishing for. So, because if your wish is granted, you will probably feel, I mean, in the next few years, you will look back and be like, I wish I never wished for that. But anyway, let me take this other call, sir. You know, I have Princess, go there.
Yeah, my go, Baba.
How are you, man? I don't know. Kill any issue for me. Do you know that? See, Princess, what about you? Yeah, I'm actually having this pressure in front of my head after. Is that exorcism or what is that called, Princess? Because I feel pressure in front of Urimi. Can you imagine Shitima Tinubu as president, and then can you imagine I want to wear bedsheets Ori ara wọn.
The shit.
But I don't know. I mean, somehow I just feel pressure on you. Feel it. I was feeling like fire. I was like fire. I was like, maybe all these lights were like that. That's scary. That is a scary experience.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Good evening, everyone. We've been saying this all along. We've told people to add 8 years to their present age, and they should look into how old they will be in another 8 years. And a system that has been built to fail will always be like this. There's no two ways about it, Baba. If you decide to vote whoever it is you're voting in there and let them get there, whoever that will be coming after them, you'll be proud of the latter than the present. It should always be like that. They will always be proud of the latter than the present. It is what it is. The system was built to fail. Mayego, if a system has been built to fail, this is the way it will always come out. Obasanjo was better than the military. Obasanjo became better than Yaradua. Jonathan became better than that. It will always come up like that. People are thanking Jonathan right now as we speak.
And it didn't take long ago when Buhari came in before people started saying that actually Jonathan is better, Sha. And others are saying no. What do you mean by Jonathan is better?
It should be like that. It is the system. That's the way it's gonna be. So Obidients should calm down,
and wait for the process to finish itself.
He don't cast. Last. Now everybody go chop breakfast.
He don't cast. Last. Everybody go chop breakfast. He don't cast. Last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Princess.
Olórí dúdú kúkúrú Sàndé. Ṣé bí èèyàn? Máa wòran Máyégún. Ó máa tẹ́bọ̀. Because the system tó ti build báyẹn. Ó máa tẹ́bọ̀. System tó ti build láti fail. Kò tí ń ta fẹ́ ṣe sí.
Kò sí o. Mọ̀kan. From what I have on my screen here, even though I'm supposed to be sharing it with people, right? This is our official result being released from Kano, okay? Now, I mean, it's so crazy that you'll be wondering, is this rigging in a different dimension, right? 2 local government areas. Garun Malam local government area in Kano, and another local government area called the Rimin Gado local government area. Princess. The first one, which is called the Garun Malam. Garun Malam local government area. APC scored 10,861. PDP scored 907. Kwakwanso scored 14,000. No, wait now. There's something I want to point out. So Kwakwanso scored 14,634. Labour Party scored just 46 in the entire local government, right? Now, the next result from the second local government called Rimingado local government area, Kano. APC scored 10,861, like the other local government, same number. PDP scored 907, like the other local government, same number. Kwakwanso scored 14,634, like this is fake. I mean, it must be fake, Abi. Is this how their results are going to be looking like identical?
Mayégún, you know why I like this Gen Z?
Yep.
Sórí àpẹẹrẹ, táwọn èèyàn máa fi ń kó iṣu láti oko yẹn nínú àwọn Yorùbá movie yẹn. Irú àpẹẹrẹ yẹn làwọn pípín yẹn fi ń ru wèrè káàkiri. Kò ń sú wọn, kò ń rẹ̀ wọ́n. Àpẹẹrẹ wèrè kún wà lórí àwọn Gen Z. Ó máa bá wọn fà á. Ó máa fà á sórí ibi tó máa wá fà á dé.
Messed with the wrong generation. And we so far so
I'm
good.
telling you. I am telling you. Surely, we are going to Kiniko, we are going to now. And Labour Party, one agent, so it's signed, sorry, our documents, articulation centers. So if there has been something like that, I don't see any reason why someone should just come out of the blue. You see the military you're seeing on the road. I told you the last time when we had our chat. Those military people you're seeing on the road are not there for the election.
Of course.
They are there for the after party, after party, you know, in see, when I said it on the program a few days ago that I'm liking the way this is playing out, somebody just came at me. I was like, why should you like it? Why? Well, I was like, why would I like it? They are playing the game that he outlined for initially.
It's not about what we like. It's not about. It's not like some of the things we say that ordinarily, right? We are the ones who is going to actually carry them out or do them. We are talking about what these guys are capable of doing. Okay, and when you projected something like this is what they do normally, how come all of you always forget all of them until the next election? When another election is coming, everybody will start acting new, like it's actually a new system. So if it's happening the way we projected it,
my
go on.
My suffering, surety suffering, yeah. Pastel, I want to tell you, brain away. When the suffering is too much, you just see that they'll be brain dead. They'll just be brain dead. And some people there are lots of people see in a country with this kind of suffering, and people will just tend to do selective listening. They will listen to some things, you know, they will always be in denial. So that is what is happening at the moment, but I am enjoying every bit of this. I said it yesterday that I didn't step out of my house because I did not want to validate this rubbish. I have voter cards to vote. I could go out, but we lead count. The people that voted now, she vote, the won't count. You people should enjoy your pain, you know, enjoy your pain, enjoy the joy, enjoy the drama, your pastor's dramas and every other thing. You know, there was an idiot on the platform earlier that I said, I will not go to Babadeboye's side because he said his father, his daddy did not tell him anything. The messages you all could not listen to, our pastors, Nicolo Leti, Lale Gola sọ̀rọ̀ fada torí ọmọ Maria yàtọ̀ sọmọ comfort ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní mu yá bọ́ ẹ̀mí yá fẹ̀ ńlá ibi tájọ́ wà dé will all be watching from afar and I'll be dancing and drinking, you know.
It is
you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. They are going to mess you up. So I heard some people shouting revolution. I heard some people shouting end INEC now. Some people will say, hashtag Rishi Loma Tele. Hashtag Rama, you must be mad, oh. You're telling me to shut up. You will all be here when if you're closing on you people, maybe you guys are seeing now. If she closing on every one of you, we've told you before, the way forward is the way forward in this country. Break the country up. It is called Orile-Ede. Orile-Ede is a land with set of people with the same language, the same ideas.
In your own Lagos,
you don't put people together and put them in a contraction and feel you're doing something right. You are so wrong. You will not get it right. I saw a jingle today, Mayego. I think one of our videos went viral. Somebody was saying, parents, listen to your children. We are the leaders of tomorrow. Then the Agbero said, you are not the leaders, so we sang the song too. Now we are leaders of Agbero. That's what I told the children when I went to give them books. They all sang that song. And I told you, you will never be a leader of a tomorrow that will never come.
We end up as
those children are the leaders we are waiting for. And it is what it is when we get our nation, Baba. They are the leaders we are waiting for. We will never treat our leaders the way Nigeria is treating the youth at the moment. Baba Daro, well done. Well done for a very...
Thank you so much for stopping by. You too can call in. You can pick up the phone and call in and say, well, I want to add my voice like anyone else. I mean, everyone else, rather. The number is on the screen and it is WhatsApp call only. My caller, do you mind having to hang on there for me for a minute? Just 1 minute. I want to switch something over before we continue. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Thanks a lot, thanks a lot, sir. So I am going to be back in a minute, okay? And when I get back, we will continue. Right. I miss this man.
My name is Nnamdi. And the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy. We are not pleased with what is happening. And that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families. People who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the international community for peace. But one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
Thank you so much for your patience, my caller. Are you still there?
I'm there, my good general.
Baba Balagba. How you be?
Yeah. This one we're hearing now that they are now manipulating results and ratting them to make sure.
I am telling you, they are not like wolf cry or crying wolf. Oh. It's happening live. Yeah. People are holding their result. The one they voted, or they collated themselves, so and they are watching the TV. Yeah. They are reading another result. And right now, God knows how many people are raging in their homes right now. Like, this is a lie, yo. So tomorrow is another day. They've only actually like announced just one state, Ekiti State, won by Tinubu. There are still 35 states and Abuja to go. But so far so good, Well, I don't they brew.
Yeah, because a friend just coming from Nigeria and tell me, say, if he Apple, say he don't be Nigeria again, say he go a chance. I say, we tell you that, I know they hear.
You know they go anywhere. You stay there and save Nigeria. Don't change your mind. We are not going anywhere. We die here. So people should be telling him, everybody should be telling people like that. Say, no, you're not going anywhere. Don't go around and say, we'll break it again. No, we die here. A lot of them are already giving their own quit notice, even before the end of the whole thing. And they are right, so go on.
Yeah, what I don't understand, like all these expatriates that came to come and see the election, they saw all this killing, destruction, and everything that was going on, and they will still come back and say the election was very good.
They said it's free and fair, except for a few places, and they have already rerun them, and everything is fine. The result that they wait for now.
So what is their purpose of coming to Nigeria to come and supervise the election?
When they can just pick somebody and make him a dictator for life. Why are you even doing elections? Like people ask themselves, like, if this is how you do it, because this is how you do your elections, why are you doing elections when you can just pick somebody, right, and make him a dictator to rule over you? That saves money, it saves lives, and it saves time.
Yes. That is the simple truth. That's the simple truth. Because why making people to go all through this suffer? After everything, you still see Guadalajara people say
only to announce already prepared results, and the people that are there, they can't do anything or else your soldiers will kill them. I said they are getting ready, Baba. Police PRO threatened people on Twitter. He said we are receiving some. Meanwhile, there are people they post on Twitter. They say, if they rig this election, wala go do. Wala go happen. Then police PRO went on Twitter and said, we are receiving some intelligence reports that some people want to cause problem after the announcement of the results. But we just want you to know that we are up to the task. The security we put in place for this election to make it free and fair is still in place. So if you try anything, you go see us. So you get police.
You go collect.
You get police, and they are doing all of these things we are seeing in every video. They will soon call all of them fake. No be APC. They keep people. They say it's fake. Baba?
The Nigeria population and the youth that voted for who they want, if they come out, say this is what we voted for, this is what we want, the number of the Nigerian youth has power the police and army put together.
That is if they come out.
So that's if they come out. Yeah. But the thing is, Nigerians are so scared and they are so weak. That's why Barry called them the youth Nigeria are weak.
He knows them very well. Weak. Like we can make all mouth. Heaven go fall. Tomorrow you go see the but we won't do anything. Is that what you think? Because it's like Bukwari knows them very well.
Everybody go out.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Just at the same way for EdSAT, those crowds where they lucky. Those small military people will come there. If those crowds decide on them, before they could 1, 2, 3 people, they go catch on the state, they go finish them. But they just kill one.
It go just be like that Libya own. When they saw all the military coming, all the soldiers, everything, shooting. As there are so many, everybody just ran towards them. And they were shooting. Before you know it, soldiers started running. And you know the armor tank can't do 360 ton. Can't see drama. Can't see people jumping out of armor tank. Because you know what? As they were shooting them, the bullet, they hit those who are in the front. Guess what? Now those ones first die. By the time they catch up with the soldiers, Baba, you won't like to see the videos. In fact, I'm talking about Libya. So yeah, you are right. Yeah. But that spirit is not in, I don't think it's in West Africa. The Arabs in the North Africa, they seems to have that spirit of, we die here. You get gun, you get machine gun, or you start shooting them. You go kill us. But when we grab you, you go regret holding that toko. I mean, wait till they call that in Okoibon. That toko of whatever. I don't know. But yeah,
maybe Nigeria never suffer rich. When they suffer, they'll be able to do that.
Some people said that maybe another 8 months. People need another 8 years. They need another 8 years. That if Buhari could make people who once sang Sai Baba, to now started singing Buhari must go. All of this within 4 years. And they couldn't stop him in 2019. Are you with me? So, and that is what brought all of this. So, where everybody says, we are tired. And they are tired, true. But there are still some people who are like, Ojunyabo, you go cry. Asiwaju is your president. So, some people are saying that maybe some people need extra 8 years. Like Bukwari did. Before everybody go now say, we are now tired. Maybe.
My God, I don't know if it's true. They say they are destroying Igbo markets, are killing Igbo in the north side. Is it true?
Not like in that context, okay? The only ones that have been reported and confirmed is the one that happened in Maiduguri, where the biggest market. I don't know the name of the market right now. I can look it up and I will tell people later, right?
Monday market.
Yeah, so that is the only verified one today. And they said, because we have videos of the attack, before they set that fire, before that fire went that loud, right? We saw they first started destroying all of the cars around the market, the stores, the malls, everywhere. They were throwing stones and they are like, these are the Alimajiri kids. And you can tell that they were incited. So from the report, they said, they were told that Peter Obi is leading in northern Nigeria. They said they were told. Somebody told them, incited them. Yeah, which is not, I mean, it is not true that it was leading, but they incited them anyway. They said the Igbos have massively voted for Peter Obi, therefore, they must leave northern Nigeria, starting from Borno. But you know, we are in the era of a propaganda here and there now. I would just advise people to be careful. But the fact that they burned that place down, you can tell that the story around it is actually true. We don't know what this week is going to bring. Honestly, you remember I said something as well. Sorry, you remember I said something that the two questions I asked all these people. I said, all of you will believe that Obi can never win and he will never be president and all of that. If you wake up tomorrow and they announce him as the winner, how are you going to react? Especially in northern Nigeria, where they have vowed repeatedly, publicly, that they will never be led by an infidel. In Nigeria, they will never be led by an infidel. How are they going to react? Will they start killing people, attacking people? What about Lagos, where they believe that is their entitlement, that nobody should have even stood to campaign or vote for anybody against Tinubu in Lagos? Now, if tomorrow they can't announce Obi as your next president, what will happen to those you suspected to have betrayed you? Then I also said, you, the Obidients, you are so confident, you believe you can take them down. Now, if after all the effort, they now rig you out like you believe they are doing right now, and they declare they call you the winner, what would be your reaction? Because that's going to be another 4 years or possibly 8 years of APC, Abi. Would you just go quietly to your former life? Or you're actually going to put up a fight? I asked these questions months ago, right? Only the Obidients said, when we get to that bridge. Nobody gave me an answer. They said, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. We are at that bridge now. Yeah. Everybody's at that bridge now. That's where we are now. So the Tinubu people, they are swearing, they are threatening, they are waiting. They can't wait for their man to be announced. Despite all the violence, despite all the rigging, they don't give a damn. Right? Also, the Obidients are also waiting for their man to be declared because they have done the work and they can see that they are being rigged. So, those who couldn't give me all these answers a while back, they will give me the answer tomorrow. Trust me, we're going to get the answer tomorrow.
We can't wait.
We'll get to see
we can't wait.
Who is going to do what. Thanks you so much, Baba. Now I'll take another one.
All right,
nice one. So I'll take, if you are still here with me, you can take a moment and still like this broadcast, okay, if you haven't. And then subscribe if you haven't as well. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Yes, sir.
Baba.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you and family?
Prince Judgeman. Well, we thank God we are still here. We are surviving. And thank you. How's the family?
Yeah, we're fine, Baba. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for the good work. You are giving us the information.
I mean, and, as much as I can try, you know what I mean? So, and thank you. Right?
Yeah, yeah, Baba. I think we are the second. If fella will say second base, Ojare. Double.
So DJ, play me the second. Abi.
Is a double wahala for the body.
It is going down.
And the owner of the body.
That's right.
You know, that's the stage where we are now. Well, I have to use this opportunity to welcome them back to Biafra Nation and the Oduduwa Nation. Because we left them to practice their democracy so that they won't say that we are the one terrorizing them. So they are welcome, you know. You see what there's something I remembered, you know, before the election. This Baba man of God that said God told him that Saul will come before
Adefarati.
Before the
Adefarasi, rather. Paul Adefarasi.
Adefarasi. Yeah, Adefarasi. Paul
Saul will come before Paul. And sometimes it can take 4 generations. But he came back later. He said people were trashing him. But what he's trying to tell them is that he didn't ask God if what is the Saul, so that Peter Obi can be the Paul. But he didn't remember to ask God. But people should not misunderstand him because God speaks in parable. That's why he said, I'm telling you what he said now. Okay, he said, God speaks in parables, right? And in most cases, right, it speaks in round and round that you need to ask more detailed questions. And sometimes God won't tell you, let you go and find out yourself. So the only problem here is that people took him out of context. That the Saul is talking about maybe Tinubu or already Buhari. Baba, why you did this guys now? Why you did do this shake like this now?
My good general.
Yeah?
My good general. My good general.
The
you
prince.
See, the only person is only stranger than the Thai rapper is Grant. Okay? Turumbu is his landlord. You know, so I like it there in there. You understand? My landlord na Turumbu. And you know, say Turumbu na a landlord for the whole Lagos. So that's one way. So this one way in the talk, say, whether na Turumbu be Saul, I mean, they no ask God. All those one are story.
As usual.
You see, Bayegu, that statement, you know, a coward statement.
Not today.
You know, because
even if Tinubu no fit speak out against Boko Haram that he accused of Ogbe Naira Pamo.
They don't tell us before. Baba, he don't tell us before. Saying go if he hear both sides, go America, go they preach. From there they preach. They can preach from any part of the world.
You want me to tell you something, Prince?
People,
the guy is not in Nigeria right now. His family, everybody are out because of this election. So that after the election, he will return back to come and preach to them. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't tell
in our life, a lot of people will learn a lot when it comes to Nigeria politics. And you realize that it is such a sad case.
You see now, say when they come back now, the fundraising will start again. The tight law will start again. Then the people that I left behind, if anything broke out, they are human beings, don't get private jet to fly out. You understand?
You know the one that is giving me concern, right? If they succeed in manipulating them, okay, and then Obi is not their president and all that. So far, so good, right? Labour Party has picked some House of, National Assembly seats as we speak right now. Yeah, they have picked some seats. What people don't know, the icing on the whole disappointment is going to come from many of them who became member of that establishment through the Labour, only for them to decamp to APC or PDP. Just say when they get to Abuja, and they will just do waka for all of the Obidients that they rode on their back. That's another serious, what do you call it? Heartbreak that people will have to learn in politics of Nigeria. It's about their interest. Or it's going to probably give a different boss, different vibes. If Obi is the president, the people in PDP and APC, they will be decamping to Labour Party. No be so?
Na so.
Nigeria factor.
Nigeria factor now where they dance, the drum they higher. Everybody go rush go that side.
It is what it is.
If it begin happen this side, everybody go rush go there. PDP, APC, all the whole people where they there are the same vampire and Otapia. They move from here to here. They move from here to here. Are you getting me? The same human being. You understand? Destiny destroyer. Anyway,
we are all learning. See, we are all learning. And then they say the more you live, life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. So I told you that the only people that will shock me are the Obidients if they indeed pull it off. But if it's either Atiku or Tifnumbu, I am not going to be surprised. It's just same of the same that that is going to happen. But the only shock that can shock me is if tomorrow they can say all of what they read about the Obidients, everything they have said, not true. The number no add up anymore for them. They don't. Then that's when I'll come on my program and say, I am shocked. And sincerely shocked, because I know what you are up against. In order not to make it always look like a broken record, to remind you all the time about the establishment. You don't know what you are up against, Abi. You don't know these people. In order not to start to continue, to be sounding like a broken record, I called you the Akama. Now you are showing exactly what I believe you are, the Akama. They never saw you coming, but they are not going to go down without a fight as well. Now you know what you are up against. You are facing the monster face to face now. You are saying it. This is Nigeria. This is the system. Now, what's going to happen in this face-off is what we're not too sure of yet. Here you get, So no pressure. Prince, now I'll take another call.
Well done, Baba. Carry on, Jared.
Thank you so much, the Prince. So I'll take this. I have somebody on. I'll say, hello there.
Hello, can you hear me, Maegun?
Yes, I can hear you, Ma. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much.
I've been following your channel. Yeah, I've been following your channel. I'm calling from the United States. I've been watching what's going on. There's a caller who called you some minutes ago and was saying that Nigerian youths Arab
I know.
I don't think anybody should blame the Nigerian youths at this point. They have given enough.
They have. You know what I said?
They have pushed them to the wall.
Yeah, I said that they have shown that if the game is fair, they are ready to take it up with these people. If the game is fair,
absolutely.
So we have seen that,
absolutely,
and we can kind of cease fire. We should. And give them some level of, respect in that regard, because except we are living in denial.
Absolutely.
You can see it. Look at how the established people, politicians and their structures, look at how they are messing the whole thing up shamelessly.
Yes, they are.
One of them dug a hole on the road to the constituency. Baba, sorry, ma. Go on.
I saw that. And think about it, Kamila Adebayi, Yoruba Nimanso. I am not Yoruba. I am Igbo. So I'm going to speak Yoruba so that ó máa worry if I want to gbọ́ dáadáa.
Well,
kò sí bí wọn ṣe fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan tó bá ti gbé ẹ̀mí, ó ti fẹ̀mí lẹ̀, ó ti fapá lẹ̀, ó ti fẹsẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Àwọn tó lọ sí EndSARS tán lọ dúró síwájú tó gate, àwọn tí ẹsẹ̀ wọn ti gé dànù, wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ lénìí. Àwọn tó lọ campaign fún Obi, tí apá wọn gé síbẹ̀ tán ní láti amputate ọwọ́ wọn torí pé wọ́n ṣèṣe ńkọ́, táwọn thugs Tinubu gé lápá tó ṣe léṣe tó fàdá ṣáńkọ́. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó wà ní Nàìjíríà, they have given enough. Wọ́n ti try. Kẹ́nìbọ̀dì tó bá máa pè kọ́ máa sọ pé wọ́n fi wọ́n sílẹ̀. Nǹkan tẹ́mi máa sọ fún ẹni tó bá ń gbọ́n sí tó bá rí visa nìkan sá lọ. If you get a visa to get outside Nigeria right now, start packing your bags and leave. Àwọn tó ti darúgbó, àwọn bàbá àgbà àti àwọn ìyá arúgbó, nǹkan tó ń try láti sọ fún àwa ọ̀dọ́ ni pé ẹ wo àfẹ́ fún yín láyè. Ó dá tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fún wa láyè, ẹ máa gbèlú lọ. Give the country to the old people. Let them live there. I hope all Nigerian youths can apply for a visa. Leave the country for all these old bags. Let them stay there. Even Peter Obi cannot deny that Nigeria was kind to him. If every youth had the opportunity that Peter Obi had growing up, they would be as successful as Peter Obi. The same thing with Tinubu, the same thing with all of these old people. They were given very great opportunity to survive and to succeed in life. So nobody should be blaming the Nigerian youth. I will fight anybody that is blaming Nigerian youth.
Not in a manner that will sound more condescending, like it's nothing. Do you get that? I have to say that it's a part of the experience they have to learn to understand why the situation is what it is. And I completely agree with you, ma. 100%. How can we deny that? We can see them running everywhere like a headless chicken right now. Antony structures,
absolutely.
The structure of violence, the structure of thuggery, structure of money, vote buying. Is that not what they have been telling us about structure?
For me, basically, I was on Twitter yesterday and, I won't call myself an Obidient. I feel like if Osinbajo had ran, me, I would support an Osinbajo over
many people like that who felt like that. That if it was Osinbajo, they might reconsider APC by not kind of
absolutely.
APC,
I will tell you that for free.
There were people like that too.
Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, for me, Peter Obi would not come to mind if Shibaju was on the ballot. And I'm saying this as an Igbo woman that I am. I was born and bred in Lagos, so I can pass for a Yoruba girl anytime. But, you know, the point here is that these people, we had the best.
Yeah, you know something, Ma, yeah? Part of, I'm sorry for cutting you short, by the way, okay? It's
No
just
problem.
a point I remember that will help you in buttressing what you said, right? People said, if you want to say Igbos are voting for Obi because it's Igbo, give them Oji Uzo Kalu for president and see if Igbos will follow him.
That is
they
so
say give
true.
them Okorocha as a presidential candidate. It's an Igbo man, right? And see if Igbos will follow him. And since I heard that, that actually got to me. It's so true.
Absolutely.
Obi is such a rare one that ordinarily, what makes an Igbo man or woman to say this? What makes a Yoruba man and woman to say is different, right? It's beyond all this, is Igbo or is Yoruba? Because same people will actually give a Yoruba man same treatment if he matches that same quality. But we are always treated, we are always dealt the worst card. Just like we are with
you know, my general, for me, I visited Nigeria last year. It was a Yoruba guy that told me about Peter Obi.
Wow.
It was because I was like, I'm not interested in Nigeria, Gary. So I went and visited Nigeria. My experience at the Lagos airport, I realized that the Lagos airport was even worse than what I saw when I visited about 7 years ago.
Wow.
When I visited about 6-7 years ago, the airport, there was no, at least there was still light. You know, we had to start using torchlight from our phones to see. When I landed in Nigeria last year, I was so angry with the system, with the country, with everything in that country. I said I didn't want to hear anything. My friend Wale, a Yoruba guy, said, have you heard about a guy called Peter Obi? Remember, he's Yoruba, I'm Igbo. He was the one telling me about Peter Obi. I have another Yoruba friend who sent me a video of Peter Obi at the NBA conference. And that's when I started paying attention to this guy called Peter Obi. And as I was following him and watching him and just learning about his history and everything, I learned about, I was sold. I will not call myself an Obidient, so nobody should give me a label. For me, what I'm looking at is values. I feel like he has what it takes.
You know what the Yorubas who actually went all out for Obi, what they are saying is that it is actually an insult for the whole world to look at Tinubu and say, that's the best from Yoruba land because he has money.
Yeah, the best Yoruba can give.
It's political that. That ordinarily, right? For an intelligent Yoruba person who, you know us now, they say we are proud. Of course we are, especially if you have if you get to a stage in your life where as a Yoruba person, right? You've got this this academic achievement, or you've got this business achievement that people have actually acknowledged. You work differently, don't you? As a Yoruba, you must have seen many of us like that. We work so differently.
I mean, I grew up in a Yoruba land, so I know.
So, how could somebody like that be the best from our land? That we have to start explaining to people when they say, is that your president? You say, well, people, they rigged him in. Say, wow. Some don't know that.
Yeah.
Go on.
It is quite disappointing that for the Yoruba people, which I know the Yoruba race is filled with a lot of wonderful people, but yet just like any other tribe, we have people who are very ethnocentric, people who are literally tribal bigots. Permit me to use that word. It is offensive.
Go on, please.
It is offensive to come up with somebody like Baba Tinubu. Baba 80-something years old. Because just 70 years, eyebrow wọ́n gbé kámẹ́rà sí bàbá lójú lánàá mo rí gbogbo irun funfun tó wà níbi eyebrow yẹn mo kàn wò pé kí bàbá yẹn á máa sọ pé.
ẹ jẹ́ ìwọ bóyá mo lè rí náà hang-on.
wọ́n ní ṣé sẹ́wọ́n Àtíkù ju eléyìí lọ Àtíkù tún wá ju eléyìí lọ báyìí o àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
I'll show you a clip, but continue, ma.
Yeah, so one thing I would just say is that let the youth who have visa, let them just leave. I feel very sorry for the Igbo people. They are going to suffer.
You keep repeating that as well. Go on.
The Igbos in Nigeria please stay safe because they are going to attack you. Even on top of the fact that they have rigged your brother out of the whole thing, they are still going to see you as a threat.
Exactly. So, they won't be satisfied that they rigged them out. If they succeed, though, let's remember they haven't yet. Okay,
but
so that people don't feel like
succeed. Anybody má lọ máa rò bóyá pé nítorí pé nǹkan tó ti ń ṣe yìí pé Peter Obi kan máa lọ court because this is just going to raise people's hopes and their hopes are going to be dashed again. Let's forget about it. They have rigged the election. Let me tell you, it will be like it's almost impossible to say Peter Obi should go to court and then he's going to win at the tribunal.
No, this is not a state tribunal, appeal and supremo. Nigeria, even if he presents all the evidence in the world, they will say for the sake of national unity or national security, may then just settle them. Supreme Court will rule. They will tell you first they will drag it for about 3 years. Then the Supreme Court will say, what's the point? Let's just prepare for another election, okay? They will declare him the winner. And that's how he's going to enjoy the stolen mandate. And he will brag about it. I mean, I can't imagine it. So, Olongbo, Amy.
You know what, Maegu? It's amazing how even some of the things you say, I mean, it comes with a lot of humor. But at the end of the day, it sounds very true. And most of them come true. I don't know how you get it, but good job. Keep doing what you're doing.
See, you know something, Ma, yeah? It is actually not art. What happened is this. A lot of us are seeing what I'm seeing. A lot of you are seeing what I see.
Yeah.
But you know the difference, right? When many of you really pay attention to these things, and you begin to analyze them, and then you begin to think of where this is going to lead to if it should continue like this, right? So what people do is that they begin to see that, so they automatically just, like, you know, it's like that. They switch from thinking about the worst. So they start thinking about, maybe not. But I don't. Once I sense danger, I will explain it to everybody, the danger. I say, see, now like this. If you continue like this, or now like this, it will be. Now like this, it will be. And when it gets to this stage, it will get to that stage. And I'm teaching everybody to pay attention to that. Don't create alternative reality.
And it's important.
Stop thinking that you can wish away the bad things that are happening. You can't wish them away. They are there. Even if you take your mind off them, you will bring your mind back.
Right.
You will bring it back.
Right.
So maybe when all of us have become so conscious, right, of the consequences of our choices, association, relationship, including political decisions, when we begin to think about their consequences, right, just maybe people will begin to have a second thought of going all in when they are defending the establishment that is actually out to destroy them. You get what I mean? So consciously, when people know the consequences of what they are getting into, just maybe they won't. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Nobody, you know, I mean, there's nothing I say that people don't know. But people just don't think them deeper because they don't want to. You get?
But, you know, I just want to say that, you know, me being, I mean, my fellow Igbo people have called me a Yoruba girl. I don't care. And, you know, that's because, you know, I speak the Yoruba better than I speak Igbo. I don't even speak Igbo at all. I speak Yoruba better. And I am not a supporter of Nnamdi Kanu, the one that you're always putting on the stuff. I agree with what he's saying, but I don't like his person. And, you know, the whole damage that he has caused in the Southeast. But I'll tell you something, Mayegun. I have never been in support of Nigeria splitting until this moment, today.
Really?
When I woke up this morning, Lọ́jọ́ Sunday, ní mo jí tí mo ní, I think it's time to split that country. I think it's time for everybody to go their way. Àwọn tó máa jẹ̀yà ni àwọn tó wà nílẹ̀ Haúsá yẹn, mo sorry fún wọn. The Yorubas will be fine. The Southerners are going to be fine. The Southeasterners are going to be okay. Let Nigeria split in a nice way. Let the Hausa people go and the Fulanis, let them go their way.
Even if they are not, if they don't want Nigeria to split right now, there is a reason. There should be a call for an emergency national dialogue. The people need to talk.
But you know we're not going to get that, right?
And they won't do that.
But you know we're not going to get that.
Do that, TK.
All right. You know the only person that could have done that. Yeah, the only person that could have done something close to that, they have rigged him out of the election now. Yeah, because you know, I have an elder sister.
That Nigerians need to have a dialogue about their country.
That is true.
What they want to do, what we want to. You know what I mean? But he can't do it.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the power.
Yeah,
and they will never let him have
I have an elder sister. Benny, I have another sister who is a big supporter of Nnamdi Kanu. You know, she says, being an Igbo woman herself, she said, well, it's Nnamdi Kanu and this. And she doesn't care about Peter Obi. I said, come, let me educate you. Do you know that Peter Obi is like one step closer to your Biafra and to the Oduduwa Republic? Do you know that he's going to call people together and say, what do you want?
And how do you want it?
How do you want it? He's the only person that had that plan. And I'll tell you the truth. I was a little child during June 12, 93. In fact, once when that happened, right?
Yep.
I was living in a place called Pangrove in Shomolu.
Yeah.
One day because hospital consumer dowa. Àwọn tí àwọn sójà ti fi ìbọn tú ìfun wọn tí gbogbo ìfun ti dà sílẹ̀ tí ọpọlọ ti fọ́ sí wẹ́wẹ́ kékeré ni mí ṣùgbọ́n mo rí wo kíní yẹn. And you know, I always ask myself that why do I ever still think anything is going to work in that country? Having as a child seen dead bodies on the streets of Lagos in 1993. They died for nothing, Mayegun. They died for nothing. And that's why I said, let nobody blame the Nigerian youth. They have given enough up. 1993, so many dead bodies. As a child, things that I should not see. I saw it. I was a little girl. They were using carton, tin, pangolo, paper, nylon, nothing gbé òkú kọjá nígbà tí mo wà ní kékeré. Táwọn èèyàn ń kú fún Abíọ́lá àti Igbo àti Yorùbá àti Hausa ló ń kú fún Abíọ́lá. Pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ńkọ́ Abíọ́lá kú sínú ẹ̀wọ̀n. So I will tell everybody that cares to listen, Nigeria is a failed project. It is never going to work if injustice is going to be taking precedence over any other thing that sounds logical. This is enough. Enough is enough. Ẹ jẹ́ kó pín ìlú ká kí Oòduà lọ síbi tó ń lọ, kí àwọn South South lọ síbi tó. Tí South South bá láwọn ò ní join ní Biafra, káwọn Biafra dá tiwọn sílẹ̀. Kí South South máa lọ, ó ti sú wa jàre. Mayegun, I know there are a lot of people who are wanting to talk to you.
I'm enjoying
thank you for what you do.
I have to admit, but thank you so much, okay, for taking time to actually be part of this. I do appreciate your time, okay?
Thank you.
You have a good one.
You're
okay?
welcome.
Thank you so much. Opinion is free and then unrestricted on Mayegun's Diary Political. I have another person on the line as well. Hello there.
Hello, Baba Alpha.
About Deo Baoni.
Deo.
Nice one.
You see,
go on.
Okay, you want to say something?
No, I actually wanted to ask, who is calling, but I'm like, you're already talking. So rather, go on, please.
It's Emmanuel.
Emma, how you doing, Baba?
Emmanuel. Ade.
Nice one. So yeah, Emma, everybody is listening because you are live. Go on, please.
Yeah. All right. One comment here, and I was reading some people saying revolution. It's either those people doesn't understand history or they're ignorant.
Right.
You see, there's a saying that says people that fail to learn from history will always repeat the same.
Bound to repeat the same. In fact, this is actually said they are doomed to repeat the same.
Doomed. Same thing. Yesterday, around 7 o'clock, I had a debate with a friend of mine in America.
Right.
And he believed in New Nigeria. And I presented some data to him, the reason why there can never be New Nigeria, the reason why. And the let's take for instance the United States that we people that believe in New Nigeria, we used to compare America as a multi-ethnic society that actually is successful. People do it all the time. Mostly they're educated. But the thing is, how many people have actually sit down and study the history of America?
Yes.
In 1700, when the English start arriving in America, it was the English that dominated America.
That's true.
It was on the English law, on the English culture, on the English constitution, on the English festival, everything English. That's how America was built.
Foundation,
and the 13 colonies that made up America, they are mostly English. There has been 46 American presidents since America was created. Out of that 46, 33 out of them have English ancestry. You might say it doesn't matter, but that's what that's the fact.
No, it does.
Now, for people that say revolution, I'm saying this for people that say revolution. Now, go and study your history from 400 BCE. Show me one single empire where there's a revolution, and that revolution changed the political system of that empire. If it happens, that means a region in that empire, not just the empire will rise up against the empire. No, it will be one section of the empire, one section. Now, let me take back a little bit to people that are Christians. The people that are Christians, do you understand the reason why we have the idea of Messiah? Do they actually understand the reason why?
Somebody coming to save all of us from what?
No, the idea of Messiah was actually a Jewish concept. The Jewish, they were under the Roman Empire. So the Jews were waiting for someone that will save them from the hands of Jews, from the Romans. Now, what I want to take out there is that the Jew, that area, Israel, was a section, a region among the empires of the Romans, and there was a revolution. I think the 1970 revolution that the Romans actually crushed the Jews, and that's the reason why they were exiled from their land. So, if you want to have a revolution in Nigeria, it's not possible. It is not possible. You that the perfect revolution. When I was talking to yes, I was talking to my friend. He actually bullied me. He actually shot me down because I believe in Yoruba. Actually, I feel pained because he's a Yoruba man. He's a Yoruba man, and I feel like he has collapsed his own identity. I believe he has collapsed his own identity to Nigeria. So his Nigerian identity is forced. It's like now one country, just one country in history that has 3 major ethnic groups. 3 major ethnic groups. And those 3 major ethnic groups.
What about having 250 ethnic nationalities in the same country? They don't speak the same language except the one given to them by the colonialists, English.
Baba, honestly speaking, that 250 is not the problem. Honestly speaking, but I'll tell you the problem.
Okay.
Indonesia has more ethnic groups than Nigeria.
That's true.
Indonesia has about 1,500 and something ethnic groups. One Indonesia.
Wow.
But here's the difference. One ethnic group out of that 1,500, one of them have 70% of the population.
So therefore they dominate.
Now they dominate. So you need that domination to balance the politics.
So they are in the position to now share the power they wield.
They will
and say, okay, now, you take this power. But it will be on to them to share that power in that concept. You know what I mean?
Power.
Go on, I'm learning. Go on.
The next ethnic group that is close to that 70%, they are around 11%.
Wow. Making 2 major out of 1,500 ethnic national. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the next is shared between the other 1,000 little coup, now shared between small ethnic groups. Now, one thing that actually was so funny to me, do you know that ethnic group that has 11% was given the autonomy as well, despite the fact that the largest one is 70% of the population.
So for us to be part of this union, we have to agree and then make negotiations. So they were given their own autonomy within that union. You mean?
Okay, but now let's keep Indonesia. Let's go to India. Keep our sometimes I want to carry you along. She won't follow one. Are they just coordinated because India can they are much ethnic. Yes, they are. They are. But the population, one ethnic group, I think the Hindi is about 40% of the population. Hindi is the most spoken language in that area. You know, so that 40%, the nearest one is about 11%.
As well.
I met somebody from India and he told me that they are oppressed because they are from the minority.
Right.
So, but the reason why it's happening in news is because the majority they absorb one.
They have absorbed all of what could have been their complaints.
All of them. Now, when you come to Nigeria, the margin between the Igbos, Hausa, and the Yoruba is balanced.
Almost.
In real sense, it's balanced. And there is no way you can have the revolution. Look during the answers. See the answers now.
Because the northern Nigeria felt like, why should they join any kind of protest when their man is there? It's like joining a protest against their man, even though they are victims of his rule. So what you are saying is that if it was a Yoruba man that was there, the Yorubas will actually intuitively, right, support him and say, well, why are the Igbos ganging up against him? Why are the Hausas ganging up against him? No revolution in Yoruba land. If he's an Igbo man, right, the Igbos will stand up and say, why is everybody ganging up against him because he's Igbo? Why are the Yorubas ganging up? Why are the Hausas? You know what I mean? I think I get that, but some people said that logic no longer work, Emma. They said that NSAS. Okay, go on. I'll let you probably enlighten us more. They said with NSAS, everybody seems to have come together, worked together without asking who is who. But your logic actually makes sense because in northern Nigeria, they don't give it down. They never give it down.
What happened? What happened?
So they crushed them in the south. So I mean,
what happened?
I shouldn't compare. Yeah.
What happened? What happened to NSAS?
They crushed it.
What did it change? Kilo change?
Nothing.
Does it change anything? See, protest does not. You can't change the level that Nigeria is. Protest does not work. You can only change something when you have a system. When you have a system.
If I get you clearly, for the sake of our viewers, right? Somebody said that they love your analysis, and I love it too. I have to say. So if we have to use the context of revolution happening in an empire, not the whole empire, as in this Nigeria context, right?
No.
What will really happen is that a real revolution will only happen in parts,
in Yoruba land,
regionally, right? Either in Yoruba land, in northern Nigeria,
in Igbo land,
or Igbo land. That is exactly what will happen. Not a revolution all over the country.
No. You cannot
work except it is war, because that won't be like.
Well, Baba,
go on.
Baba, this is the fact. Let's look at South Sudan.
Okay.
And Sudan.
Right.
Yeah, those are two. Those
very good examples.
Used to be one
close
country.
To us. Yeah, I'm with you.
Now, there's a revolution. That the revolution happened over 20 years, 30 years. That actually made one part to break away because they finished that revolution. So, like if you use the empire as an example, is that your emperor they crush you or you won?
Or they let you go.
Or they let you go. Look, during the time of Ottoman Empire.
Yes.
There's this guy, there's one guy from Romania. Then Romania was under Ottoman Empire. The guy stood up against Ottoman Empire.
Against the old empire, all right?
But it was crushed. And that's it. It was crushed. So, but the case of Nigeria is actually different a little bit because now You see, man sọ̀rọ̀ kan, but I won't say it on here. Nigeria is actually one of the easiest countries to break if the people that want to do it are ready. It's actually the easiest. You know, because you see, Bashiwaloni, Igbo, Hausa, all these Tinubu, gbogbo wọn tó ń ṣe lónìí tí ó bá di gbogbo ẹ̀. Yeah.
They will all return back to their where they come from, Abi?
To their own.
Yes. Nigeria bad best. I want to, you know, I'm with you, Baba. I follow you.
Now, and then that is how a man so to correct impression in my own opinion. So this is opinion. This is from studying history to understand.
Right.
If let's assume that people always say that if we call a Yoruba nation, we still have people like Tinubu, chiefs, you know, in the country,
running the country,
which I'm not going to deny. But this is the difference. If you know the Yoruba people history, Yoruba people history, we hate when people dominate us. We hate it. The Oyo War, Ekiti Parappa War, was caused because Oyo wants to dominate the rest of the Yorubas.
That's true.
And if you say our system, it's our whole in the Asian world. It is, and you see, like it's like a federal system because everybody has their own kingdom.
Yes.
So it's like a federal system, and it's because of Nigeria. That is the reason why we need somebody to represent us at the center, and that's the reason why we started having godfatherism. I try to read much about fatherism. If you go on Google right now, just type godfatherism. Just search in America. Don't put Nigeria. Just search in America.
Wow.
You will see the articles that will be coming out is Nigeria.
Well,
now,
Emma, I could listen to you all night, I have to say, right?
Let other people call in. Sorry.
There's nobody calling in again. You're my last caller. Seriously, right? I could listen to you all night. But I'm happy that you took your time to actually share this with us. Okay, Baba? We look forward to tomorrow, and I look forward to talking to you again, okay? Thank you so much, Emma. And you have a good one, Baba. Nice one. So that's Emma there calling in and then, taking us on a trip over, trip on history and all that. I wish I could add more before I go, but I'm just going to call it a night, okay? See you some other time. As you are logging out, right, don't forget, you should like that broadcast. Excuse me, you should like that broadcast there before you go, all right? And good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Mayegun Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presidiot bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.